Okay, here we go.
Oh, there's kids playing hockey here.
Future superstars.
Beautiful.
Going in the
building.
nosebleeds, boys. All right. Going in.
Oh, look at this. Very cool. Awesome. Very excited to have the one and only Laser from Hockey Shop in Langley. Welcome to the show, Laser. How you doing today?
Fabulous. No slap shots.
The Rangers score. Boo.
Can you hear me? Yeah? Yeah, that's wild. Okay. This is craziness. I'm watching the game in the bar. This is the, I'll show you guys. I'm literally we're in a bar here. We make it happen here. Nothing is perfect, you know?
Here we are with the one and only Mr. Jake from Jake's Takes Hockey. Welcome to the show, sir. How you doing today?
That's right. Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Russell is the best. He's the secret master of the universe. Yes. And he's come to this realm to set us free and deliver a cup to Vancouver, I think. Russell is a gift from the gods, I think. What do you want? You want to say hi to anyone on the stream? You want to say you want to say shout out to anybody? Any advice, words of wisdom? We got 2-1 Canucks right now. Justin, there you go.
Oh yeah, look at that nice ice getting all clean.
There you go. Go Canucks, go! All right.
Yeah, literally the back row, boys. It's nice to have you.
Thanks. Yeah, I'm happy to join you guys.
Witten and Jordan from Canucks Uncensored. How you guys doing today?
Awesome.
We're good, Russell. Thanks so much for having us on.
David wins it, goes forward and gets a shot, goes wide. Carr puts it behind the net. Got it! Time! Oh, I just got lightheaded! 3-2, Canada wins. I scared the crap out of Dobby. Boys and girls, we did it! Canada wins! Binnington with some killer saves in overtime, and Connor McDavid, the man we were giving so much crap to through this whole game, wins the game! I'm so red in the face! Look at how red my face is! It's Canadian face! Oh, in Boston, boys! We win it in overtime! This is the man, the myth, the legend, the Blue Line Hockey. Welcome to the show, brother.
Thanks for having me. Pleasure to be here.
How you doing today?
Things are great. Thank you for the wonderful intro, and thank you for having me on. And truly a big fan of what you are doing on your channel as well. So keep it up, man. It's really, really good.
We're in the second row, so we're doing all right.
Live from Rogers Arena, Michael Saunders with that beautiful mustache on his face. There it is. Look at that. A live look in, Rogers Arena, Mike and Zach.
Russell, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing really good. It's nice to see you.
Great to see you. It's always fun popping into the streams every once in a while when I get a chance, and nice to finally be chatting with you.
How are we? Guys, this is awesome. I'm excited to be here.
Everyone's been very excited to have you on. The word got out and people started getting very excited. So thank you very much for doing this and joining us today.
I appreciate you having me.
Thank you for having me. Thank you to everyone who requested to hear my beautiful voice too. I appreciate that.
How you doing tonight?
Doing good.
Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very first hockey game to join the stream. Everyone was very excited to see you, and enjoy the rest of the game in the third period.
Yeah, thank you so much. Bye-bye, guys.
Trevor Beggs joining the show from Locked On Canucks. Thanks for joining me today, brother.
My pleasure, Russell. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing really good. I'm doing really good.
Hey, buddy, what an intro. Thanks, man.
Hey, no problem. It's nice to see you again. It's been a while.
Dude, absolutely. Yeah, those late nights, early mornings.
Yeah, weird
they were
times.
rough.
We are excited to welcome Dave Hall to the show. Welcome, my man.
Hey, thanks for having me today. I'm excited to be on.
We're excited to welcome to the show Larry Fisher.
Thanks for having me, Russell. Looking forward to talking lots of hockey.
Yeah, look at that. Look at this man. He's wearing his Canucks jersey at a Montreal game. You'll love to see it. He became a local legend by calling the Abbotsford Canucks Calder Cup run. We are very happy to welcome Brandon Astle to the show. How's it going, brother?
Russell, I'm doing well. Thanks a lot for having me on.
I'd like to introduce to Nothing is Perfect, Mr. Zach Nolan.
Thank you so much for having me.
Ah, it's great to have you.
Howdy.
What's up, my dude? They say never meet your heroes, but boy, am I glad I got to, because here he is, the man, the myth, the legendary host, Toddcast Podcast, Mr. Todd Hancock.
Dude, thank you, man. What a crazy introduction. A hero, a myth, a legend.
Yeah. We are pleased to welcome to the show, Canuckland.
Thanks for having me on. I'm really excited.
Passionate, realistic, honest. Rev Trev.
Let's go. Let's get some passion going. There's some actual hockey playing.
Smith plays it right across the zone. Bolana with a shot. Score! The Edmonton Canucks from the blue line! Shot through a crowd! And the Canucks have won it in overtime! Just like that, game one is over! And you don't have to wait much longer, because the Abbotsford Canucks have won game one with 14:09 left to go in the overtime period! Woo! Just Charlotte wins the draw. They skate in. They take a shot towards the net. Goes high and wide. Comes around. In behind. Into the corner. And just like that, being resilient. Next man up. The Abbey Canucks, no doubt, never lost 2 games in a row in this Calder Cup Finals. And the Abbey Canucks are Calder Cup champions. Woo! Can you believe it? What's up, everyone? I'm Russ Holiday. This is Nothing is Perfect, and here we are, are to watch the NHL entry draft. It's finally here. We tanked all year to get here. And now finally, maybe this tank bag will do us something good. We got the losing streak on one side. We got the winless streak on the other side. We got bags for Bagsy. Hashtag justice for Bagsy. The draft is here. They're officially getting started in about now, but we don't know what's going to happen when it comes to timelines and stuff. I may use the game clock. We'll see. Sometimes they put a clock on the screen. So we got lots going on tonight. It's going to be a busy show. First stream in a while. Braden Coots showing up right off the bat using his monthly membership message, 17 months as a member, saying, "What's up?" There it is. What's up, Braden Coots? Thanks for being a member for 17 months, my dude. I appreciate that. Big Mac is here too. All right, before I get too much into chat, that is where we're going to start. We're going to start off by saying hello to all the beautiful people who are in here in chat waiting for this draft to get started. We're also going to be having on the boys from Headspace Hockey. So Headspace Hockey, Swervin and Gerald are both partaking in the draft party live at Rogers Arena. So they will be there. So we'll bring them on live right after the Canucks make the 3rd overall pick. We'll bring them on. We'll see what the mood is like at the party. We shall see what happens. I do have the poll question running. Who will the Canucks draft with their 3rd overall pick? Is it going to be Stenberg, Malhotra, Chase Reed, or other / uncontrollable laughing / crying? So get your question or your answers in. You'll probably only have a little bit of time. So once this pick is made, then we'll see what happens. So we'll see who the Canucks are going to take 3rd overall. So Swervin Yrvin and Gerald will join us live to chat about that. And then once we're done with those boys, leading up, because the Canucks do have 2 picks here in the 1st round. Jay Bacot here using his monthly membership message to say, "Let's go, Caleb, Caleb, Caleb." So thank you very much, Jay. 7 months as a member. I feel like you have multiple accounts, so it's probably longer than that. But thank you very much for being a member for 7 months on this account that you have. And then thanks for all the other months that you have on the other one. So once we're done with Mr. Swervin and Mr. Gerald of Headspace Hockey, we will bring on the Silver Fox Dustin Boydell, because there is 2 picks for the Canucks in the 1st round today. So we're going to wait and watch the draft, chat about. There's a whole bunch to talk about. We're going to look at some of the trades that have been happening. We're going to look at some of the things coming up for the show as well. Swervin Yrvin now dropping 279 saying, "Let's go Corral." So he wants Carson Corrals, the farm boy. You do love to see that. So thank you very much, Swervin, for the 279. Braden Coots with the same thing, saying he wants Carson Corrals. So that's Braden Coots and Swervin Yrvin chiming in with Dono. So it's 279 from Swervin Yrvin. Braden Coots, pink sunglasses, $13.99 into Dobby's college education fund. And I should mention, since I'm bringing up Dobby and his college education fund, today it's Dobby's dentist fund, because we just got Dobby back from the vet. He did have a cracked tooth, and actually had 3 cracked teeth, because Dobby is a psychopath. They had to take 1 tooth out, and then they had to seal a couple other ones. So that cost a pretty penny. So today we're going to be donating to Dobby's dentist fund. So thank you very much, Braden Coots, for donating to Dobby's dentist fund. Lottery balls clearly hate Vancouver. Yep. And then Fangirl using her monthly membership message, 18 months as a member. I think that's the biggest number we've seen so far. So thank you very much. Another stream we get started, and you guys are already donating like crazy out in here, using your monthly membership message, donating money. You'll love to see it. Brett Coots with another $13.99 to say, "Carols, Carols, Carols, Carols." Braden Coots, that's very generous of you. Does Dobby get tooth fairy money? So his Chico, what's up? So his treat, he won't be getting money because Dobby he can't do anything with money. He's a dog. He doesn't have a wallet. He doesn't have any pockets to keep it in.
But his treat is we're gonna give him soft food. He's gonna eat soft food for 10 days, which technically is because he had some dental work done, so he can't chew properly, but he will be getting soft food for 10 days, so he'll be pretty stoked about that. So then Dustin Boydell, who just jumped into chat, the longer today went, the more I feel like it might be Carol's. Carson Carroll's, eh? So Dustin Boydell will join us live after we're done with the Headspace Hockey Boys. And then, yeah, like I said, we're going to chat about everything leading up to the 24th pick. We'll have lots of time to take your guys' questions too. So that is the plan for today. And then Braden Coots with another $13.99. We're not worthy. We're not worthy, Braden Coots. $13.99 times 3, bro. That's crazy. You're getting wild up in here. Thank you very much. Tooth Fairy for Dobby. There you go. All right, we'll give him the $13.99 you just donated. We'll have to figure out how to give it to him, but you know, he doesn't have pockets, like I said. And then Swervin Yrvin says, with my first round pick, I select Olivia McDonald. How does your wife feel about that? Okay. Breaking news, the Arizona Coyotes have drafted Hachiko, 0th overall, the 2026 draft. There you go. Hachiko into the league that doesn't exist. Hockey for Home is here. Prickfetti's here. That's a great pick, Hachiko. Hi, all. Callum is here. By the power of Dobby, let's not suck at this draft. And then also it should be... Oh, no, it's not up to date. Why is that doing that? Huh. And then Muhammad drops 5. The Canucks' 3rd round pick is going to be dependable player for years to come. Go Canucks, go. Go Canucks, go. Go Canucks, go. Thank you, Muhammad, for donating to Dobby's Tooth Fund today. I appreciate you very much. It's always fun to have you in here. Camera guy Ty in the chat. My coach is legally blind. My presidents are Swedes. Canucks pick 3rd. Choose Chase Reed. I like it. My coach is legally blind. My presidents are Swedes. Canucks pick 3rd. Choose Chase Reed. Camera guy Ty in the chat. Nice to have you, my dude. Welcome to the stream. I appreciate you for being here. Blue, green, white. Blue, green, white. Blue, green, white. We'll see if I can get Dobby on here. He's probably having a nap. I don't want to bug him too much, but we'll see how he's doing. Gave him a little bit of food when he got home, but they said everything went good. And the vet tried to keep him. The vet called it up and he's like, Dobby's doing really good. Can I keep him? We're like, no. Luke Flyswatter's here. What's up, Luke Flyswatter? Riley Fraser saying Stanberg, Stanberg, Stanberg. And then Fangirl's like, Muhammad hype. Fangirl, I don't think Toronto will even be on the stage at 420. Yeah, they do take their sweet time. That's why we didn't start. Oh, look, it's Gary Bettman now coming up to the stage. And he's getting booed. 10 Mile Bay in the house. What's up? 10 Mile Bay looking for the Stenberg and the Ruck brothers. That'd be pretty sick. Stenberg. Hydrogen Bond versus Coughing Baby. Sup, Fetty? Woofers McGee is in the chat. Woofers McGee. Cadet Dalton. What's up, Duncan? Nice to see you. Rucks all day. Canoris is here. What's up? What's up, Canoris? Nice to see you. What's up, Russell? Says Casket Brain. Riley Fraser. Kent McGuire's here. What's up, Kent McGuire? Nice to see you. They take Caleb and we miss the Twins. Me sad. Yeah, I think that it is going to be Caleb Malhotra. That is my bet. Connie McKenzie Budgie is love. What's up, Connie McKenzie? Nice to see you. Hey, hi, everyone. Irvin, hi. Carol's would be a sweet pick. Yeah, the farm boy. Rick Fetty, that would be interesting if Ryan Johnson gets to the podium and just uncontrollably starts laughing and crying. Yeah. Wouldn't that be funny? Oh, then the Joker would show up, right? It'd be like Joker gas. J-Hype! Watching everyone use their monthly super chat while I'm here with no membership and poor. Oh no! Word is Dustin Byfuglien is there holding a bat, making sure Carson Corrales is saved for the Jets at 8. Intimidation. That's the way to do it. Pink sunglasses hype! Since you started doing play-by-play. Ah. You've been doing it. You've been a member since I started doing play-by-play. That's great. I want Stenberg. Pink sunglasses hype. College fund to become a dentist. Yeah, there you go. Then Dobby can do his own dentistry. Skytrain Alfred in the chat. What's up, Skytrain? Weird this draft is decentralized again like that year in LA. It is very strange. I wonder how they're going to do it. They drew it out way too long, so me and Dustin will have time to chat with you guys. It's going to be great. Did you guys check out the latest episode of the Nothing is Perfect podcast? We had one of Dustin's favorite men from Twitter, who is the man, the myth, the legend. It is Mr. Sapster. So Sapster was on the Nothing is Perfect podcast. Did I mention that I'm going to Canucks development camp on Wednesday too yet? I can't remember. Yeah, so we will be at development camp on... Yeah, so there it is. Sapster Talks Canucks, 11 years on Twitter and blogging, which is now writing. So yeah, we had Sapster on the show, which was great. He is a very well-spoken guy, has lots of interesting insights, was super, super cool. So yeah, we did that. So the Wednesday podcast, we'll see. We'll see. I think it's going to have a lot to do with the development camp. Silver Fox, Silver Fox, Silver Fox, Silver Fox, Silver Fox, Silver Fox. Hi, Dustin. Pink hype. Sensei Dean Y. What's up, Sensei Dean Y? Crossing my fingers for Stenberg and hoping second goes Reed. It could be. Future captain, Canucks captain Pink. Yep. Pink sunglasses hype. Pachiko says, Braden, drop memberships for me instead. Don't have a computer. Buy him a toy. Okay, I will. Julia! Or Juliana. Juliana in the chat. Go Canucks, go. Nice to see ya. Huh. It's okay. It's the thought that counts. I also love Olivia. Oh yeah, I'm not supposed to tell your wife? Hope everyone enjoys the first bit of the draft. See you all soon. And then there's me using these, which didn't work. Dobby has a Swiss bank account. Don't worry, guys. Ah, that's where he's keeping all of his money. Put my phone in a jar call while on the FT call. Put my phone in a jar while on FT call. I don't know what that means. Gary Bettman's podium must have a box he can stand on. Yeah, 100%. 100%. What are the odds Vancouver drafts before 4:20 p.m.? Not. They would be 6 minutes from now. Not going to happen. Luke hype! We will witness the greatest injustice in world history. Leafs taking McKenna. Can't watch. How many gifts do I need? $6.99. Another $6.99 donated. Is McKenna on the phone? Gavin McKenna is on the phone right now. I wonder who he's talking to. It's got to be his mom or something, right? Thank you very much, Braden Goose, for another $6.99. You absolute legend. How many gifts do I have to do? You already have done too much, Braden Goose. You always show up and you're so generous. That's crazy. Please remember to hit the like button. Thank you very much, Thomas. I appreciate you. Sapster was an excellent fill-in. You would swear Russ was talking to me when it comes to his hockey analysis. Yep. Trevor Linden, Trevor Linden, Trevor Linden, Trevor Linden. Yesterday, someone had brought something up that I said last year. You're ahead of the curve, eh? Juliana, como va mina linda amiga? Boa sorte ao Brasil contra o Japan. Japeo. Laugh out loud. LFG! Please, Canucks, trade out a vet for two for more picks. Callum, I don't know if they are going to. I think they're going to take their sweet time. Rusty and Dusty. I just think if Hronek doesn't want to waive and we have Vilander, why waste a pick on Reed? A second top D-man lefty that makes huge hits and has an offensive upside. Play with Vilander sounds smart. And on top of not being invited to a wedding, Ireland, my dad and stepmom were. Ah, so you wanted to go to Ireland and they won't take you. That sucks, my dude. I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, Batman's at the podium again. Getting booed. He's calling for it. Rusty and Dusty, Rusty and Dusty. Is it Steve Dangle? Is Steve Dangle about to make the first overall pick? Also, work sucks. Hello, you beautiful people. Nah, we need Carls. Draft night hype! I mean, cool for Steve Dangle if it is. Oh, it's Justin Bieber! Justin Bieber! What the heck? Boo, a Buffalo Bills player. I'm a Chiefs fan. They owe my team a win. They almost hurt one of our players. Braden hype, let's effing go all the way to start chat. I also think Carell's over Reed, but both would be sweet picks. I'm gonna see Avenged Sevenfold and Good Charlotte in August. That's sick, dude. Carell's or I switch teams. Need Canadians. Chase or Caleb? Not Steve Dangle, it's Justin Bieber. So funny. Gary Bettman giving the old handshake. Boo, Bieber! AJ Doulis watching the NHL draft before playing 2 online tournament matches for Yu-Gi-Oh! Great night. Okay, here we go. Justin Bieber is Canadian. Learn something new every day. Yeah, what's up, Connor? There you go. Gavin McKenna. Justin Bieber. Calling him up to the stage. There it is. The first pick overall in the NHL entry draft, Mr. Gavin McKenna. Justin Bieber chooses Selena Gomez for the Toronto Maple Leafs. Yeah, so there it is. Gavin McKenna. He is a left winger. He is Canadian. He is 6 feet tall. He is 170 pounds. He is from Penn State. He also played for the Medicine Hat Tigers. Is Justin Bieber now singing? And then they have these junior hockey team that I guess won a state championship. Oh, no, he's not singing. They're just playing a Bieber song. I thought they maybe had him singing on stage. Yeah, they got these junior hockey team. They're wearing like Knights jerseys. Gavin McKenna is a Toronto Maple Leafs. Can you believe it? I'm not a Bieber fan, not in the slightest. Was the talk of my high school. Not mad. Leafs draft. They're number one before 420. There it is. It is 420 now, kids. Bing Tang Warrior is shocked. What's up, Bing Tang Warrior? Shocked beyond belief. Bieber's got one of his best friends. Austin Matthews, welcoming him to the team. Gavin McKenna, your career is doomed. Leave the Toronto Maple Leafs as fast as possible. This doesn't surprise me at all, except Justin Bieber announcing it. Yeah, me too. Will the Canucks pick number 3 before midnight? I don't know, man. Hockey news comp for McKenna. Panarin. So they're saying that McKenna is like Panarin, eh? There you go. Now, Gavin McKenna sits down for an interview with Sportsnet on a big old chair. Oh, Bieber's going to join him. There's chaos on the stage. This is just like last year. Nobody had any idea what was going on. This should have been the Canucks pick. Yep. Nobody cares, Austin. Shut up, Austin. Toronto, where careers go to die before they start. Yes! Connor, you're right about that. Oh, God. They're doing the whole celebrity thing at the draft. This is going to be cringe like the last NHL awards show a few years ago. Austin about to quit on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Yeah. Will Matthews still be a Maple Leaf by the time McKenna plays on the roster? McKenna's now going to slip on his Penn State hat and be like, I'm going back to Penn State for a year. That's funny. Who's ready for the draft to take 5 hours? Yep. We might be here for a while, guys. I might have to get a snack in the middle of this. Toronto is a sinking ship. That is true. Chico, I don't have a membership either. Carson or Vigo. Sensei wants Vigo Bjork too. I'll give memberships if I could, but I don't have a computer. I can't give memberships. I'm not on a laptop. You got a podcast? Yeah, we just started doing the podcast. The episode with Sabster that just aired was the 4th episode. So we had Dustin on the first one. Then we had Dustin and Matt Baker from the BC Lions on the second one. And then Dustin and Sarah Loves Hockey on the 3rd episode. And then the 4th episode that just went up with Sapster. So we're going to be doing weekly podcasts moving forward. What is shepherd's pie made of? It's like green peas, Matthew Schaefer now interviewing him. He just got interviewed by... They're going to double interview him. There's mashed potatoes. I think there's usually gravy. Remember to turn on your gifts so you can receive gifted memberships. Yes, if you have not done it yet, as Thomas mentions, make sure you do the following. Once you're subscribed, you're going to hit the join button. That is going to bring you down to memberships. Click those 3 dots beside them. That'll bring you down here. Click on the gift membership settings. That'll bring you up here to flip that switch and turn on gifted memberships so that when they do come flying out, you will absolutely get one. You know what? Why not? Let's do one. I'm going to donate a gifted membership right now. What's going on? Okay. We can do this. Boomer Rusty can get this donated gifted membership out here for you. Oh yeah, and then YouTube increased the money that it costs. It used to be $4.99 for a gifted membership. Now it's $5.99. I don't know why they did that. So I guess they're trying to make more money, which is pretty crazy. There it is. Here's the first gifted membership of today's NHL draft, courtesy of me. And let's see who it goes out to. Let's see. So yes, there it is. And it goes out to... Oh, that's the wrong button. Fat Mellow. Fat Mellow getting the free gifted membership. Now they can use the custom emojis that are available. There are a lot of them here, as you can see, as I click them all on. I do know that I have updated the goal one. So there it is. Look at that. There's all the custom emojis for you. And it's freaking out. I think there's one that's weird. But I think the goal one should be updated now, right? Let's see. Yeah, the goal one has been reverted. We did update it for the Stanley Cup playoffs. But there it is. There, it's up to date now. Russ, hype. Please, San Jose, do something stupid. Yes! If the Sharks pass on Stenberg, I will gift 50, laugh my ass off. Yeah, I have a hard time believing that they are not going to draft Stenberg. Like, that would be pretty shocking, in my opinion. Cows are too big. That's why they use lambs. Lambs to the slaughter. Laugh out loud. Fatamello, hi! Donnie Bluebone's here. What's up, Donnie Bluebone? How we go? Do they pick Stenberg or go with Chase Reed? Man, it's so hard to say. Watching the draft until my Blue Jackets pick, then I'm just going to listen to the rest of the stream. That's very cool. Thank you, Connor. It's nice to have you. Well, while we have a minute here, let's have a quick look, because there was a couple more trades today. I don't know if everyone saw this. So Andre Burakovsky went from the Chicago Blackhawks to the Ottawa Senators. That was for a 6th round pick. And then Olin Zellweger went from the Anaheim Ducks to the Buffalo Sabres for Anton Wahlberg and a 2nd round pick this year, which is the 45th overall. The Toronto Maple Leafs also traded away the goalie they just got from Pittsburgh. The pick is in. Okay, he's coming up. So Samuel Harrison was from Philly. He went to Toronto, and then Toronto just traded them to the Senators. Because I believe that the Toronto Maple Leafs want to keep their MVP Archer goalie, who just won them. Okay. They want to keep their Archers because he won the MVP for the Toronto Marlies, who won the Calder Cup. It's funny that 2 Archers won in a row. Oh, it's the PWHL player. I can't remember her name, though. Layla Edwards. Well, I guess it's from Buffalo. Oh, no, she's playing for PWHL San Jose. It's hard act to follow when you got Justin Bieber, right? Do something stupid. Do something stupid! I do, Perfetti. That's why I want to be on the draft. 20% inflation. Yeah. Layla Edwards, interesting, from Cleveland Heights, like the boys of New Heights. There it is. Stenberg goes to the San Jose Sharks. And now the questions start. Yeah, Ivar Stenberg, another left wing. So the top 2 picks in this draft, both left wings. Stenberg is from Sweden. He is 6 feet tall. He's 190 pounds. So he is 20 pounds heavier than Gavin McKenna. And he played with Frölunda. And it's funny because they say amateur team. I'm pretty sure Frölunda is a literal pro team. So I don't know why they're calling that an amateur team. 10 points in 7 games at the 2026 World Hockey Championship that just happened. What do girls like? Nice guys. Sharks. Are you happy, Hachiko? Are you happy about this? Okay, we're taking Malhotra. Yeah, me too. I would be absolutely shocked if it's not Malhotra now. Damn it! I think she won gold with the U.S. women's team this winter. She did, yeah. Big Buff will announce Winnipeg's pick while glaring down everyone like Shane Wright. Yeah, just as I predicted, says Skytrain Alfred. Darn. All eyes on the Canucks. Yep. Hockey News comp, Lucas Raymond for Stenberg. Choose wisely, Vancouver. Another pick that doesn't surprise us at all. Yep. Not a surprise at all. Freaking all set up from the beginning. NHL should give the Sharks the Stanley Cup right now. Freaking that's absolute BS. She's taller than him, yeah. Yeah, how tall is she? Layla Edwards is 6'1". I feel like she's taller than that. Is this a different person? Maybe they haven't updated her. Yeah, no, this is her. It says 6'1". I don't know. Maybe Stenberg isn't actually 6 foot. They say they're both 6 foot, but. And hence shepherd's pie, not herder's pie. Do something stupid! Wave! Wave! Canucks go, Canucks go, Canucks go, Canucks go. Trevor Linden. Imagine Bettman comes out with, we have a trade to announce. Yeah. Could happen. It's possible. Okay. I'm going to put into the chat. I've just put Headspace Hockey. They're coming up live from Rogers Arena's watch party. I'm 22. Do you think it's too late to register for the draft? Can you get to Buffalo really quick? Maybe you can just bring a stick and a puck, show up at the stadium, show them what you got. You never know. $5.99, laugh out loud. There's the inflation. Yep. What happened? Hachiko didn't want to play for the Arizona. Cadet girls are 1% over 6 multimillionaires, and the assumption that they would never ever be held accountable for anything. Swervin's ready, dog. I hope you guys know that despite my blatant Shark fandom, Vancouver is still my #1 heart. The Kelsey Bros are from Cleveland Heights, Ohio. Draft Canadian, Stenberg, Celebrini, and Smith is going to be gross. Yeah. Draft Malhotra! It's Guy Train. Will it be Buble making this pick? It would be cool for Mr. Buble if that's how it goes. She is taller and heavier than McKenna. Laugh out loud. Shocking. No. Girls don't like boys. Girls don't like boys, girls like cars and money. I think that's what you're going for. Malhotra indeed. Yes, Jay. Lots of defenders on the board. Still, does Vancouver need a defender? All right. There you go. Kobe Smulders. We called it! It's Caleb Malhotra! Caleb Malhotra, 6'2", 185 pounds. He plays center. He's Canadian. And he is, in fact, Manny Malhotra's son. So we now officially have... we have a father-son combo. We've got co-presidents. And now we have father and son. That's crazy. Malhotra! Sweet, sweet victory. Draisaitl was number 3 pick. Yep. So lame. Kent McGuire. Not happy. Malhotra, yay! Riley Fraser, dad coaching his son. Hockey News comp, Anthony Sorelli. Hell yeah, says Muhammad. They went Caleb. Hooray! Caleb! How'd you go, Caleb? Rickfetti says Malhotra, and then Reed, he thinks is going next to the Buffalo Sabres. Yep. Kobe! Malhotra 2.0. Reed goes next. What a mistake, says 10 Mile Bay. 10 Mile Bay, not happy about it. That's crazy. Oh, and Steve Nash is hanging out too. 6'2", 185 pounds, big boy. Armando is here and says, Canucks suck. Did you just lose some money on this, Armando? How predictable was that? Shocking. Rick Fitty says, Reed and Smits, did we get our center? Barbershop, is he going to bench his son or favor him like those minor hockey coaches? Laugh out loud. I have concerns about dad coaching his own son in the NHL. Do we have the right link? I believe so. Hang on one second here. Let's get you all queued up here. All right, just got to move a couple things around. Manny Malhotra looking super proud. All right, let's get the boys from Headspace Hockey on here. 4:38. Screen. Multi-speaker. There we go. Yeah, I can hear you, Swervin. How about you, Gerald? Can I hear you? I can hear Swervin. I can't hear Gerald right now. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Excellent. All right, cool. All right, guys. Yeah, I can hear you, Gerald. Can you hear me? All right, perfect. All right. Live from Rogers Arena from the watch party. It looks like, I thought they might just have you up in a bar, but it looks like they got you right down on the floor. That's cool. Let's get these guys on here. Yeah, that's awesome. All right, here we are. Headspace Hockey live from Rogers Arena. What's up, boys? How's it going?
Yeah, pretty good. Pick was just made. Quite a bit of a gasp.
Yeah.
When the pick was made. I'm going to show you right here. All this confetti was launched.
Yeah.
When the pick was made, like, oh my God, it's like, I'm really, first of all, I was going to stand over here. I was waiting for the call. I'm really glad I didn't stand in front of this. That's where the confetti came from.
I'm actually on Russell's. Hey, I have a friend. We have Yrvin here.
Hi everyone. I don't even know which. Are you streaming on your site?
No, we're on Russell.
I think Gerald is losing connection.
He's frozen. Am I still good?
Yeah, you're good. Swervin.
Rogers Mobile, baby.
Yeah. You think they'd have good reception inside Rogers Arena?
Yeah.
So Swervin, was it like a happy gasp or was it like an unhappy gasp?
Can you guys?
No, I think there was probably a good, I want to say 80% in the room that felt, hey, Stenberg's gone. Let's go Carols or Reed. I myself really wanted Vigo Bjork. And
Wow, the Wi-Fi is terrible here.
And
Everyone's
look,
probably like tweeting right now.
I will say this.
I'll be right back.
Caleb Malhotra is not a bad pick. He is a good player, but I worry a lot as a Canucks fan. I have a lot of trauma set in from all the years of what's gone on with this franchise. I worry that more can go wrong than will go right with this player. I would love to be proved wrong. I really would. And so there's just a lot of worry that comes with this pick.
Gerald, what are you thinking? Because now we have we have co-presidents and now we have a father-son combination in the NHL. Are you going to be okay with that moving forward, or do you think it's going to cause troubles for this team?
I honestly think this is a very Canuck thing to do. To have the Twins as president and then to have the father-son duo. But you know what? Caleb's going to go to NCAA next for at least a couple of years. Hopefully, his dad will still be around. I see Manny almost winning cup. I think he's probably on the cusp right before the Canucks do well. And by that time, his son will get in. Then you won't really have that issue. But, obviously I wish all the best for Manny to stay and win a cup for us. But in terms of, the lifespan of a coach, of late, it's probably only been at max 5 years. Like, you don't always have this John Creeper type coaching that lasts forever, right?
So Swervin.
Well, sorry, one thing Gerald mentioned about Caleb's committed to BU.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say he's going to have a way better practice facility there than he will in Vancouver. So that is a plus.
Yeah. So Swervin, when you look at Malhotra as a pick, do you see him more along the lines of like a Bennett Seneca, or do you see him more along the lines of Olli Juolevi? I know it's a wide spectrum.
I see with the head on his shoulders and the training that he's gotten, and that again, the fact that he's going to go to BU, and his genetics, not only on his dad's side but his mom's side. We got to see Uncle Steve there on the draft floor, so we know how good his genetics are going to be. I like the outlook for Caleb Malhotra. Like I said, he's not a bad pick. I think the ceiling for him is going to be an elite 2C. Not quite a 1C, like an elite 2C.
Swervin, sorry, did you see who just went 4th overall to Buffalo? Daxon Rudolph.
Whoa.
Oh my God.
Okay, so in my opinion,
kidding me?
That's not a bad pick, but it's very off the board.
That went way off the board. That's crazy.
But I think,
dude, I have Daxon at like 9, 10.
because they're picking someone who is going to replace Bowen Byram, but the odds on favor would have been either Carols, Reed, or even Verhoff. So, yeah.
So, Gerald, do you think... Okay, so we just saw some chaos there. That's crazy. I never thought Daxon would go that high. And he played amazing through the playoffs this year. But do you think there's going to be more trades? Like, is there going to be some more stuff that's going to be chaotic before the end of this first round of the draft?
Well, St. Louis still has their 4 picks.
I don't know if you've been listening.
There's got to be some moving and shaking there.
Yeah.
Is your mind blown?
So I don't know if you guys have been listening on X or hello?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. I don't know if you guys have been on X, but there's rumors that the Islanders and Canucks are in the works for a trade right now. So it'd be for the Islanders' first round pick.
And the Islanders are drafting at 13th.
Well, I know there's a guy who plays for the Islanders who's really good buddies with Brock Besser. So
yeah. So Swervin, who if you're trading a Canuck veteran right now, who's the guy you're shipping out?
without a doubt, Hronek. To me, he's the guy with the most value. And a close second would be Jake DeBrusk. And maybe you can even juice that value if you retain on DeBrusk, but I know you only have so many retention spots. But yeah, for me, it's Philip Hronek. Given the defensemen that have flown around this week in the NHL, I just think that the trade value has never been higher. I don't think we're overrating the guy. He's shown that he's been a number 2 for us, with the potential being a number 1 for other teams. So that's my guy.
Gerald, are you in agreement? Is Hronek your guy if you're trying to get some draft capital back?
Yes.
Okay, so then my next question for you, Gerald, is...
I would definitely...
I think Gerald is on delay.
Possibly.
Oh, we lost him again. So let's say, Gerald, outside of a guy like Hronek, who apparently wants to stay, if you're looking at players that do want to go, would you be satisfied this summer if the only player they trade out is Jake DeBrusk?
No.
Tear things down? That's what you're going for?
Tear things down, man. I mean, it would be nice. Is this reception a little better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So I mean, for me, I think to do an actual full rebuild, it would be very nice to have a lot of the veterans gone. But obviously, you would need to keep some sort of veteran presence for the kids. Like, you don't want to be like Edmonton back in the day when they, drafted 3 first overall consecutively, right? I mean, for me, I think Yrvin is on the same boat of trading Hronek. And I mean, this is top value right now. But right now, a lot of the trades have been done this past week already. So right now, if you can put a sell high on Hronek, get someone like Luke Shen or Ian Cole or whoever, like even like someone from like, what was it? Number 24 from your Minnesota Wild.
Zach Bogosian.
Yeah. So like if you can do that on a cheap contract and you trade your best assets in veterans, I think it would be great. And this is the time right now because you're still at the draft. You can hopefully get a high second, a low first for one of the veterans, or if you retain or package or something to get an extra first. I think everyone has been wanting at least 3 firsts in this year's draft. And right now they still only have 2. They made the first pick with Malhotra, which, like I said earlier, like he's a great player. I admire him, and I think he's going to be one of those players that are wearing a letter at the end of the day, at the end of his career. But for Malhotra to be drafted at 3 is a little high, to be very honest. Like I would have taken Chase Reed at 3 instead of Malhotra.
Swervin,
I would have traded down, like I've been harping all season. I would have been, yeah. And then get an extra pick, and then get Vigo Bjork at whatever 6, 7, or whatever it is.
Swervin, how many people are in the building with you right now? It looks like the lower bowl is pretty full.
I can give you a bit of a view here. It's only on one side.
Okay.
But it is mainly the lower bowl. I don't know if you can see that. But yeah, I would say there's about like a couple thousand, give or take.
That's a pretty good turnout, I'd say.
Yeah.
You guys are going to be going live tonight as well, too, right?
Potentially, we've got just a link just in case. Probably gonna go live after the 24th pick, and yeah, it should be fun.
Cool. What can we expect from Headspace Hockey coming up for you guys?
So we are probably going to go another on the fly stream on the night of July 1st, just our instant reaction of how free agency is going to play out. And then on July 2nd, we've got Harman Dial as a guest. He's a really insightful guy, so we're really excited about that.
Very cool. Awesome. Thank you guys for taking time out of your night there. Enjoy the rest. We'll see who they get 24th.
Thanks for having us.
Looks like we got some chaos coming our way.
For sure. Appreciate you, brother.
Awesome.
Have a good night, boys.
And if you haven't liked and subscribed, make sure you like and subscribe. Nothing's perfect. Right down below.
Yeah. We
Love
got
you,
the
Russell. Thanks,
Headspace
brother.
Hockey. We got your link in the chat right now. So if you guys haven't done yet, make sure you give these guys some love too.
Love it.
Cheers, boys. Headspace Hockey. Gerald, Swervin on Nothing is Perfect. Live from the Canucks watch party. Crazy stuff happening in the draft already. I think that's got to be the first one, like right off the board, eh? Like that. That's crazy. To go with Daxon Rudolph. And then Albert Smith is the next one off the board. What is going on? Paragolfer Pro, what the hell is happening? All right, this is insanity. Albert Schmitz is the second one off the board. Oh my God. Okay, we got to get Dustin on here. Reed falling hard. Yeah, what is up with that? Rome in the chat. What's up, Rome? It's been a while, my dude. Welcome back. I hope you're having a good time out there. Nice to see you, fellow Trekkie. Live long and prosper, my dude. All right. We got to get Dustin in here because this is just, there's some chaos happening here at the draft right now. Craziness. Kenny Mars in the chat. Reed is a tad soft. Probably hurt him. Yeah. Oh, it looks like it hurt him all the way down. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Saber. I guess Buffalo doesn't need a top D. That's so weird. What is happening? Okay. Let's get Dustin on the line. Because this is anarchy. What's up, my dude? You hear me okay? You don't have your headset on. Dustin looks like a deer in headlights right now. Like a Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in headlights. Thanks, Russ. Good to be seen. Oh, trade alert. Okay. Dustin, are you ready? What's going on? So, all right. Okay. It wasn't. Okay. We got to get Dustin on here. All right. Dustin, you ready? Look at his face. Is there another trade? Is that 3 trades?
Pavel Dorofeyev just got traded to the New York Rangers from Vegas.
That is crazy. This is the is this the most chaotic draft that you've ever seen?
I'm losing my mind. Okay, I just got to turn the volume right down because this is chaos. All right.
Okay.
Let's get into it here.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I got to pull up now. I got to pull up like the transactions.
Is this even going to be on? I don't even like how quick is this going to be updated?
That's crazy.
So Boston gets JJ Paterka.
Yeah, 23rd overall and first round pick in 2028.
Yeah, like here, I can bring this up. Like this is, oh, that's not the one. Hi.
Hello, everyone. This is, as Russ called me, everything went haywire there. So we went live at a very strange time. We will get the details of these trades to you as they come out.
So I want to get your first reaction because we are Canucks first
Let's go.
channel, right? So Caleb
Yes,
Malhotra,
Canucks first.
not a shock, right?
Not at all.
Happy?
No, I mean I'm slightly surprised. I mean, he was the best centerman available in the draft, right? And there's a firm belief in hockey that you build up the middle. So if you're building for the future, then Caleb is the right pick. It does leave me wondering where that leaves Patterson and Coots a little bit in the pecking order, given that we have Marco Rossi. So we'll have to see where they go from there with that. They're pretty heavy down the middle now. You got Atu Ratu and Max Hassan. So there's going to need to be some tidying up by Ryan after the draft, but I believe he will have some trades ready to go after the draft is done. I think he's trying to take it one step at a time here. Draft the players they want to draft and then move forward from there. Other than that, I thought they might pivot to Carson Carrolls just because he's a big, heavy hitting left shot D-man. They're kind of overloaded on the right side right now. When you think Hronik doesn't want to go anywhere, you have Mancini, you have Vilander. So to draft another right-handed D-man just didn't make sense. So the lefty D-man made more sense to me to jump up a bit. But went with the pretty obvious pick. He did launch up draft boards late in the season from not even being in the first round when the puck dropped on the OHL season to being picked third overall. Very good work, but it shows you his work ethic and the effort he puts in within one season to improve himself. So I'm pretty excited for a kid with that kind of work ethic. And that's really all I can go on. I don't have any real worries about the father-son relationship thing with Caleb and Manny. I think that at some points in the NHL, it's probably happened that we don't even know about. Skylar Brindamore is a prospect in the Carolina Hurricanes organization, and he's been coached by his dad a couple times in the NHL, and so I just think it's a smart play.
So, yeah, I agree on everything. I'd like to disagree with you on something sometimes, so we can have some dissenting views. But I agree. Okay, talk about we got to wade through this shit now, right? Daxon Rudolph has an incredible playoffs, right? Like playing with Brayton Coots, right?
Yeah.
But as the first defenseman off the board, what universe are we living in that Daxon Rudolph is the first guy to go off of this board?
I have no idea. I mean, to be fair, you got Rasmus Dahlin, you got Owen Power. You do need a more physical defenseman in your development. So you moved Byram, you made space for him to kind of, I guess, jump right into your lineup if that's what you think you're going to do. Or even if you don't, you have the spot if you feel like he is progressing quickly or playing too well at the NCAA level. Who knows where they are? I guess he was WHL. I don't know if he's committed
WHL
to...
now. He's committed to the University of Denver. So next year he'll be playing in
Right.
Denver, which is an incredible program too. Who's done very good things.
So, they're picking up a big, heavy body, which is what they kind of need. But it was really unexpected from my view. And then following right behind that, we have Albert Schmitz going to the New York Rangers, which, leapfrogs Keaton Verhoff, leapfrogs Carson Carrolls, leapfrogs Vigo Bjork.
Chase Reed,
yeah, that was another one. But Buffalo traded up to fourth too, so clearly they valued Daxon Rudolph highly in their organization, and they got their guy, I guess.
Yeah. All right. So then right after Albert Schmitz goes, big German guy. Then we have a flurry of trades too. So I have pulled up Sportsnet because they have the stories up the most quick. So JJ Peterka has been traded from the Utah Mammoth to the Boston Bruins, and they are doing it in exchange for Boston's 23rd pick in today's draft and their 2028 first round pick that they got from Florida Panthers. So they get 2 first round picks for JJ Peterka. When you look at a guy like JJ Peterka, because this is now the second time he's been traded in as many years, is that concerning for you as a Boston Bruins fan? I mean, you're not, but if you were, would you be worried that a guy like JJ Peterka maybe is a problem player and that he's getting traded because of that?
Yeah. Definitely. Maybe doesn't mesh well with others. I'm not sure, but to be traded twice that young, when you're a pretty decent offensive player, is definitely concerning.
I mean, the other aspect I think for Boston too is that they're kind of a weird team because it's like they're sort of in a rebuild, but they're not really because they made the playoffs and maybe they shouldn't have made the playoffs last year. So like, is it one of those things where maybe they're like jumping ahead and trying to like sustain what they had, even though their playoff run was like, I don't know if they even deserve to be there, sort of a thing?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. I don't really know how I could disagree with your thoughts on that there. Kind of like you're saying about me. I think you're bang on with that. So
yeah. Well, and then I mean, speaking of teams that are probably doing things they shouldn't be, the New York Rangers followed up by trading for Pavel Dorofeyev. They trade their 26th overall pick this year, their 2028 draft pick in 2028, which looks like it's conditional, so it's probably top 10 protected. And they also got a 2026 third round pick. So apparently, Dorofeyev probably was going to make too much money in the Vegas system. That doesn't seem like he has much money to throw around for a guy like Dorofeyev. So maybe that's part of it.
Sounds like it. Yep.
Yeah. So
yes,
strange.
I would say that's definitely part of it. He's going to be due a big raise. I'm not sure. Let me bring it up on Puckpedia. Is he an RFA this year? Do they have to re-up him?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, Vegas is cap strapped. They have $4 million in cap space, and Dorofeyev is going to be worth far more than $4 million. So, probably a death by 1,000 cuts type thing. You sign enough expensive players and trade away enough prospects, and you suddenly don't have any prospects or chips in the chamber, and now you need to move cap space. But you have a bunch of no movement clauses on your roster. So yeah, Vegas is gonna have a tough time next year filling out that roster. Let's not feel bad.
According to Puckpedia right now, it looks like they have already $99.38 million, and the cap is at 104. So they have, just over $4 million in cap space. They have to re-sign some guys too. So it's not like it's going to be an easy offseason for them. Because if we look at it here, what do they got? They got Riley Smith, Brandon Saad, Colton Sissons, Cole Smith, Ben Hutton, Jeremy Lazon, Rasmus Anderson, and Dylan Coughlin are all UFAs. So they currently only have 5 defensemen signed for next season.
Yep.
Yeah. Fuck them. Oh, just excuse my French. Swear jar. Chase Reed is finally off the board.
Don't feel bad for them at all.
No. So we didn't talk. So Calgary has also taken Carson Karls off the board. The farm boy is going to farmland down there in my hometown in Calgary. So a lot of forward prospects in the Calgary ranks already when it comes to their prospect ranks. They do have their offensive defenseman that they already have, Zane Parekh. So Carson Karls is a guy who probably is a great guy to maybe pair with Parekh moving forward, a bigger body.
Yeah, definitely someone who can free up more offensive space for Parekh to move around, and a physical guy who is willing to drop the gloves as well. So, you know, good pickup there for Calgary, and he does have some offensive upside, getting 20 goals this past season in the WHL. So, for you know, relatively domestic Prince George Cougars team, they weren't exactly lighting it up this year on the wins and losses column. So, pretty good numbers for a team that wasn't exactly a great team.
Got a picture of Manny with his son, Caleb, who looks like he is probably going to end up being taller than his dad. So you like to see that. Big day for the
You love to see it.
The NHL tweeting out this picture just recently, so it's good to see. And it was, I think for me, going back to this pick of Caleb Malhotra, after Ryan Johnson spoke yesterday, and I think I said this to you in our chat, it was, for me, it was like, as soon as he talked the way he did yesterday, I was like, it's going to be Malhotra, right? Like, that's just the way that Ryan Johnson spoke yesterday. I was like, it's got to be Malhotra, I think.
Yep, I think so, for sure.
Does Chase Reed hold out and try and get moved out of Seattle already? Because it doesn't seem like anyone wants to play for the Kraken. But they do take Chase Reed, the 6'3", 190-pound defenseman, playing the OHL last year.
If anyone's gonna pull a move like that, it's likely Chase Reed.
Yeah.
So we'll see what his attitude is like getting picked to go there, but it looks like a few teams definitely passed on the quote unquote best defensive prospect. He dropped all the way to 7th for them. So we'll have to see now where Winnipeg goes with their selection here. I'm sure Prickfetti is waiting on bated breath.
Bettman pick also. CL can't even find a Caleb who is willing to pick for them. A celeb. Okay. Yeah. Isn't their owner like, isn't one of their owners like a director or something like that? Oh, look at that. The Winnipeg Jets are happy to select from Sweden's Djurgården, Viggo Bjork. Prickfetti, how are you feeling?
There you go. You got your center. You got your center, Prickfetti.
Prickfetti, Jets need a center. There you go. There's your center. Viggo Bjork. Some people think he's too small. He is 5'9". He is the smallest player to come off the board so far. He is the first player under 6 feet, but he is 180 pounds. So after
it's a tough look when the jacket kid is taller than you.
Yeah. I mean, when you look at obviously Zach Benson just signed an extension, actually a really nice looking deal for Buffalo. Was it just over $7 million for 7 years? So Zach Benson, another small guy. We saw Stankoven just win the Stanley Cup with the Carolina Hurricanes. Is there a place in the NHL for these small guys? So is Prickfetti, should he be happy about this right now?
No, for sure. I mean, it's shown. You saw what Stankoven did, and he's shown in some big leagues that he can play with bigger players. He did a just fine at the World Championships. So I think they're getting a very good young centerman. Does he stay a centerman is the question. Does he end up getting moved to the wing? I could see that because his size might be more suited for an NHL winger. A little more open space than when you're a centerman, not having to get to the middle all the time. So it'll be curious to see how they handle that, but they definitely needed some help up the middle. So if he can continue to grow, maybe pack on a few pounds, get a little stronger on his legs, then they're going to be just fine. He has incredible offensive talent, so no worries there.
Prickfetti saying Vigo, woo, but lame, no
And I'm
Bufflin to make the announcement. 14 months as a member using his monthly membership message. Thank you, Prickfetti, for being a member for 14 months. I hope you enjoy Vigo, and I hope that Humongous is wrong too, saying Ehlers 2.0.
The fact that the San Jose Sharks are currently in a position to take Stenberg and now Keaton Verhoff is ridiculous. Just going to say that they're going to continue to rocket their rebuild with what they've done so far.
So Headspace Hockey, Big Head Hockey, who's awesome, great content creator, and apparently a Canucks fan, which we found out through the Knuckhead podcast, put out a list. It says every center with a similar rise in rankings to Malhotra since 2010. And the list is Tyler Seguin, Ryan Johansson, Cody Glass, Jesper Kotkaniemi, Cutter Gauthier, Beckett Seneca, Caden Lindstrom, and Brady Martin. So obviously, Brady Martin drafted last year. Can't really say much about that, but he essentially just says mixed bag. So yeah, Tyler Seguin turned out. Cutter Gauthier is looking really good. Beckett Seneca. So you're looking at like a 40-60 or a 50-50 if you don't include last year's draft and maybe Brady Martin. So I hope.
Yeah, I liked our last third overall pick. So
yeah, he turned out.
I think his name was Henrik or something.
Yeah. So now here's the question. Here's a funny one. Is Braden Coots the next captain of the Canucks, or is it Caleb Malhotra?
Don't even ask me the question. Don't ask me the captain question anymore. I abstain from speculating on who the captain of the Vancouver Canucks will be until I see these kids play in a Vancouver Canucks jersey. I can't tell you. Makeup wise, absolutely. Is Braden Coots one of the players who I would highly consider will stand out as the next captain of the Vancouver Canucks? Yes. Do I think he will be the next captain of the Vancouver Canucks? I don't know. Riley Patterson plays like a dog, and he plays, the type of game that Chase Wouters plays. Stands up for his teammates, gets into the gritty areas, scores the dirty goals. Tom Villander is a really smart guy, is great in interviews, I think is personable, I think is a good teammate, seems to have a pretty good attitude and good head on his shoulders. Maybe he stands out as a captain now that these guys feel free to be themselves and will have that environment. We have no idea what all these kids are going to look like come next year without Adam Foote basically hindering their development by keeping them off the ice. I honestly couldn't tell you. And I think that's why Malhotra and Johnson are the same way. Because last year, did it really look like anyone deserved to be captain? Even Hughes included? No one deserved to have a C on their chest out there last year. People barely deserve to have an A. I think it needs to be earned. And normally that has been the case in the Canucks organization, right? Like, save a couple of moments. We won't bring up that guy. But, Trevor Linden came in and he showed that he was going to be the next captain and took over from Stan Smeal. And there was kind of a passing of the torch there. We'll ignore the next captain and we'll go back to, when Marcus Naslund became captain. It was clear that he was leading the team and just kind of stuck out as the right choice. And then Henrik seemed like the better choice, and the more media forward Sedin, and no one ever complained about that. It's about finding that next captain, and the Luongo thing was weird, and Horvat earned it. Everyone, was like, some wanted Horvat, some wanted a Besser, but Horvat was clearly the standout in that, and so I think a month or two into the season it'll become evident who the captain should be.
Keaton Verhoff goes to the San Jose Sharks. Can you believe that they just got a 6'4", 215-pound defenseman who was the captain of the under 18? Yep, 17. He was the captain of Canada's under 18 team at the World, whatever they call it, the World Junior. It's not the World Junior. It's the U18 World Championship this summer. They didn't play well. But the other thing that I've been pointing out to a lot of people lately, Keaton Verhoff was a goalie until he was like 13. It was 12. But he's only been a defenseman for like 5 years. If he's this good already, and he's already playing amongst men down there in North Dakota, I think the San Jose Sharks might have just gotten one of the steals of this draft at 9th.
I would say having him drop to 9th, they are ecstatic. Absolutely ecstatic.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. We got Dan Carlo in chat watching from the Philippines, so that's pretty crazy. Welcome, Dan Carlo. Always good to have the fans coming in from the other side of the globe. Must be like the middle of the night there, or just right in the morning for you.
Sharks 2028, here they come.
Yeah, watch them win the cup. I mean, they got to make the playoffs next year, right?
Oh, they're making the playoffs 26, 27, and then 27, 28. I mean, if Verhoff skyrockets development, and I mean, that first line is going to be gross. They have Chernisov on the second line, winger. He's a big boy. Man. Whoo! Mike Greer, well done, sir. Well done, sir. My hat is off to you.
Chris Thornycroft, I'm just relieved they didn't pick an American who will demand a trade once he gets protection. No to Reed. Yeah, and I think we're all in agreement with you on that one, Chris. Tyler Myers deserves to see. Yeah, get him back. We're already paying half his salary. This draft will be slow. Yeah, they're only at 9th pick, and we're an hour and 20 minutes into it.
Once they get to 10, they'll probably pick up a bit.
So I wanted to pick your brain because obviously there was a lot going on in the NHL this week too. It has been an absolute shit show. When it comes to trades, just crazy stuff. Like they had more trades this week than they had on the damn trade deadline, right? Like
dude, I go away for 2 days for a golf trip, and it's like my phone is going off like crazy with NHL notifications, and I'm like, what is going on? It's the off season.
Can you believe that the Washington Capitals managed to get Alex Tuck for David Kampf?
Yeah, and a 3rd round pick.
Yeah.
And then also got Jordan Kyrou.
Yeah.
They did trade Ovechkin's McDavid in Connor McMichael.
Yeah.
But I think they did well in trying to entice a certain number 8 to come back for one last season and give it one last go. We'll see. We'll see what happens now. But yeah, that was pretty crazy. Man.
Well, the other one that obviously stood out, because as Canucks fans, we've been hurt by Quid Hughes. You got Brady Tkachuk getting traded to the Florida Panthers for a haul, which is 2 first-round picks this year, 2nd-round pick next year, and another 1st-round pick in 2029. So Brady Tkachuk gets his wish. He ends up going and playing with his brother Matthew down in Florida. We already talked a little bit about why you wouldn't want Chase Reed. Is the NHL getting into the same territory as the NBA where the players essentially decide where they want to play?
I hope not. There is a point where the cap comes into play. So you may or may not, end up cap strapped with some of these guys. Right now, they only have $5 million in cap space. And yeah, next year they're okay. But the year after that, you got a lot of holes to fill in. Even now, they got some players leaving that are, going to need to be re-signed. They need to fill out their blue line. And they have 0 goaltenders under contract right now. 0 goaltenders
they got,
under NHL contract.
Oh, yeah, for Florida. Yeah, for Florida.
Yeah, so when you trade for someone like Brady Tkachuk, it's all well and good, but when you only have $5 million in cap space and you need 2 goaltenders, one that needs to be NHL ready and a starter for you guys and all those guys to compete at all, then you find yourself in big trouble. So I would expect Florida to be making a lot more moves to be able to free up some of that cap space. I have no idea who they'll move, but it's going to have to be one of Verhaeghe or Reinhart or Bennett, I guess, because Brady and Matt aren't going anywhere. Barkov, you aren't moving for $10 million and injury prone. So Brad Marchand, no one's taking his next 5 years at 38. They're not taking 5 years of him for $5 million. So I'm curious to see what they do. They got Anton Lundell. I guess they could dangle, but he's only 24 years old. So do you want to give up that young prospect?
At $5 million a year, he's a steal at $5 million a year.
Yeah. And so they gave up a bunch of draft capital. It's great that they got the brothers playing together, but look at what it gets to you. And this is the same situation that I was trying to talk about with like the Hughes brothers, right? You can't pay them all $20 million, right? As sooner or later, the cap comes into play. So yes, you can build super teams to an extent, but unless they pull off some magic, they're not going to be competitive next year with no goaltending.
Yeah, they have no first round picks for the rest of the 2020s.
There you go. Good luck, Florida.
Yeah. Wyatt Cullen coming off the board for the Nashville Predators at 10th overall. So out of the entire top 10, only one player was under 6 foot, which is Viggo Bork. Wyatt Cullen, left winger, 6'1", 183 pounds, played in the USA Development League. So looks like the Nashville Predators have gone with a forward, which after the first 3 picks in this draft were left wing, center, we went defenseman, center, defenseman. So pretty much all the defensemen we've all been talking about are off the board. So Wyatt Cullen, I guess, was a good choice for them. It feels like he might be going a bit higher than people expected Wyatt Cullen to go.
Yeah, he was around the 12 to 13 area on a lot of draft boards. What's surprising is the only two in the top 10 that were predictable were McKenna and Stenberg. And after that, it was like, well, who knows? And that was correct. Everything went sideways. The Malhotra thing was pretty sure, but they could have gone to a defenseman. And then it just went wild. I'm still like in shock from everything that's happened because we talked about this a couple weeks ago. I said this is the most confused and unsettled into a draft I've ever felt, and not just about the Canucks, just overall. And we've already seen chaos with the picks and the order, with Rudolph jumping well up many draft boards. I'm sure there's no one that had him going 4 to Buffalo, and if they did, go buy a freaking lottery ticket. And you know, the trades, just the movement of draft picks this year, tells you that there's not, while there's really good players, people aren't super confident in this draft this year. I think there's a lot of question marks. I think everyone was kind of like, we'll take who we get after, you know, the top 10. And that's why picks just kind of went all over the place.
There was a question in chat. I think Skytrain. Yeah. White Cullen, son of Matt Cullen. Yes. He is the son of Matt Cullen. So he did have some decent numbers in his last season, scoring 45 points in 40 games in the U.S. National U18 team. And then at the World Junior Championship, he had 9 points in 5 games as well. They describe him as accelerating on the first touch of the puck, changing directions and dangles, slipping to the middle every chance he got. Cullen constantly makes defenders uncomfortable, imbalancing them, shaking their pressure. So, see it like he is going to be playing in the NCAA as well for the University of Minnesota next year. So he will probably not be a member of the Nashville Predators for at least another season.
Yeah, probably not.
No. Getting back to the trades that have happened, because we joked already about the New York Rangers probably accelerating too quickly, the Boston Bruins doing too much. Another team that is probably like maybe one step ahead of the Canucks when it comes to rebuilding, the Calgary Flames, sending some draft capital to the New York Rangers for Simon Nemec. Too early to make a trade like that? Or, I mean, he's 22, so it's not like he's that far out of where they needed someone, right?
He's not that far out, but they did pay a hefty premium for a player that's not exactly proven at the NHL level. However, Craig Conroy has done such an incredible job of stockpiling draft picks. They still have their own first overall pick in both 2027 and 2028. And the two that they sent are top 10 protected. So it's pretty tidy work by Conroy. Could it bite them? Yeah, maybe, but it's pretty low risk when you factor in they still have a pick next year. If they were giving up their only first round pick, I would say it's way too much. And it's a steep price. But after they traded Rasmussen last year and got rid of him, I think they definitely needed to fill some holes on the blue line. And Simon Nemec kind of fills that younger defenseman who has some offensive upside. Maybe didn't get the minutes that he hoped in New Jersey, and now with the change of scenery will, you know, make a leap in his development. We'll see, but pretty tidy work by Conroy. I gotta give props there. I when I first heard about it, I was like, oh my God, that's expensive. But then when you look into their draft and how they still have picks and everything, I'm like, that's a pretty damn good trade.
So Skytrain Alfred in chat, LeBron confirms Dorofeyev has already extended with the Rangers 7 years at $11 million.
He wasn't getting that in Vegas, baby.
No, they didn't have the cap for that. So yeah, he's saying LeBron has confirmed that. And Eric Hunter in the chat, 9 months as a member, using his monthly membership message to say, yo gang, happy NCAA draft day. Yes, it is the entry draft for the NHL. So nice to see you, Mr. Hunter. Fangirl with some Hunter hype in chat. So does Prickfetti. So it's always good to see the man who is not only in the chat, but also hanging the rafters. Always good to see you, Eric. How are you feeling about the Canucks selecting Mr. Caleb Malhotra, 3rd overall. Yeah, Simon Nemec played 155 games so far. He's got 49 points. So, and he's a minus 28. He was up and down between the NHL and the AHL over the last couple seasons. Let's see. Yeah. So he spent time with Utica in the 2022-23 season. And then he was down there again in 23-24. And he was down there again 24-25. So, yeah. And I think that's part of the reason why he did not want to be a member of the New Jersey Devils, on top of the fact that apparently everyone hates Jack Hughes because he was bitching at people because they wanted his brother to come and play with him and they couldn't make it happen because Dougie Hamilton wouldn't waive his no trade and blah, blah, blah. So another Hughes
Well,
ruining
the rest of the team's mad at the Hughes because Luke got paid and does basically nothing.
Yeah. All he does is stab himself with steak knives at dinner and miss important games. Tynan Lawrence, another guy who earlier in the year was rumored to be on the Canucks radar, a centerman, 6'1", 183 pounds. He is playing in Boston University. He is another Canadian guy. Seems to be more of a two-way guy with maybe a slight offensive upside. Goes to the St. Louis Blues. So they take one of their back-to-back picks because they'll be... Oh, no, they're back-to-back. They haven't gotten to their back-to-back. So 11th overall, Tynan Lawrence going out, filling out the ranks. When they get a guy like this, do you think maybe Robert Thomas is a guy they'll start thinking about moving out, or is it too soon for them to move a guy like that out?
I think it's a little too soon. I don't know if Tynan Lawrence is NHL ready, but he's definitely got the motor to get himself there. That's the one thing that has never faltered with this kid's scouting is his ability to run on all cylinders at all times. I think they got a good pick there. He was very high on my draft board earlier in the season. I was keeping a close eye on him, but when Malhotra started lighting it up late, and then the playoffs that Malhotra had really pushed him down the draft board, especially with a defense-heavy draft.
Yeah. Elite Prospect says Lawrence is a naturally explosive skater, chaining crossovers and maximizing his speed by receiving the puck deep in his own zone, a two-way center. He wins end-wall battles with timing and speed and forces turnovers with his nonstop motor. Last year, he was playing in the NCAA. He had 7 points in 18 games. That might be one of the reasons he fell down a little bit down the board. He was only 17 playing down there in the NCAA. So a guy like Verhoff, a guy like McKenna, these guys were struggling. I mean, McKenna did pick it up as the season went on, but obviously as a 17-year-old playing in the NCAA, you're playing against fully grown men who are in their 20s, so that can't be quite an adjustment for these 17-year-old guys playing in the NCAA.
For sure.
Next step, get the Ruck Twins. If the Canucks draft hit one, either Liam or Marcus at 24, do you think any teams go close to the other twin?
Very good question. We also have to see if the next Canucks pick is that far away. Maybe they have something cooking with St. Louis at the 15-16 mark and move up. I don't know, but we'll have to see.
All right, so the New Jersey Devils, speaking of the Devils, maybe they're looking for a replacement for Luke Gazdic. They have drafted a centerman named Alexander Command. He is from Sweden. He shoots left. He's 6'1", 187 pounds for quite a big boy. Elite Prospect says Command's motor and battle levels are what sets him apart from the vast majority of his peers. He fills in center duties by tirelessly engaging attackers along the walls in the defensive end, doing whatever it takes to win body position in battles.
There you go.
So another center off the board. It's just kind of interesting how these drafts sometimes go. It's not that weird, but we've had 3 wingers and the rest have been defensemen or centers. And there have been no right wingers gone out yet.
Very strange.
So Alex Command. I wonder if I'm saying that wrong because he's Swedish, so there might be a different pronunciation. Brizchiz, hard to argue the Malhotra pick. No brainer for me. Yep, Brizchiz. We're on the same page as you. Nice to see you, brother. And do you guys have any questions or anything for me or Dustin? We do have time today, so we will be able to answer those for you as we go. Skytrain Alvin says, what assets do we have to get the 15th and 16th to draft the Rucks? I doubt the Canucks will draft the Rucks at this point. Yeah. I don't think the Rucks are coming to Vancouver. It would be a fun story, obviously, because the Sedins were such an electric part of this Canucks team and are now the co-presidents. But there's some questions about the Ruck Twins' skating ability. There's a little bit of a problem with their ability to play in their own zone. And that is in this league. If you can't skate, it's going to be really tough for you to stay in the league because, there are exceptions to that rule. Mark Stone's a prime example of that. He's not a great skater, but he plays smart. But if you look at like a team like Carolina that just won the cup, I don't think if you went up and down the roster, there's any player on that team you would say, oh, well, I don't think that guy's a very good skater. They essentially win by committee. New York Islanders pick is coming up, Dustin. I know you were talking about that early. Are we about to see a trade alert here?
I don't know. We've seen Matthew Barzell's name out there. We've seen, them talking about making a change, but we'll have to see. They'd obviously have to get someone that's going to push their needle to being a contender next season. They made some huge strides this year with Matthew Schaefer on the blue line, obviously. Rookie of the year by a long shot. And, Bo Horvat looking like he's ready to take over from Anders Lee as the captain going forward of the New York Islanders, which would not surprise me in the slightest. We'll have to see. There's some other names still out there. Ethan Belchitz is out there, so they may go that way. Yeah, again, they might make this pick. They might pick someone completely random that we aren't even thinking about.
Sapster just tweeted out about the Dorofeyev contract. Friend of the show,
Yep.
Sapster.
Man, what a beauty.
Dorofeyev
great interview, by the way.
Thank you. Yeah, that guy knows his shit. I love that he got his start, like he said, from playing NHL, which I didn't say during the interview, but when I was first playing ice hockey, I actually learned how to play my positions better by playing be a pro mode and picking that position. So when I first started playing center, I would play as a center and be a pro mode, and you'd leave the coaching mode on. It would be like, you should go here. And I'm like, oh, that makes sense. And it actually helped. So I can definitely see where Safster's coming from with regards to getting his start with hockey analytics in NHL, EA Sports NHL. So Safster says, but Dorofeyev is getting paid $11 million. His career high in points is 64 points, and he got to play with Marner and Hurdle, not to mention Eichel on the power play. Dorofeyev had 3 more points at 5-on-5 than Linus Karlsson. I'm sorry, but these players are getting paid so much. Vancouver should not have to retain on EP40 just to extract some value. Makes no sense. Agreed.
Very true.
Yeah.
That contract actually helps Pettersson's value, if anything.
Just wait till Nico Hischier signs for 11.6. Right?
Nico Hischier's going to sign for like 13.
Yeah, no. That's exactly what's about to happen. So the Islanders 25 seconds away from drafting. Unless they decide to get rid of that pick. We will have to wait and see.
Pick is in. Let's see where the Islanders go.
While we wait for that, we've got Caleb Malhotra.
Newest draft pick of the Vancouver Canucks. I'm so excited to get going. Hey Canucks fans, Caleb Malhotra here, the newest draft pick of the Vancouver Canucks. I'm so excited to get going.
Oh yeah, he's excited to get going. Yeah, that's so cool. All right, they are going to use that. So Matthew Schaefer is going to make the draft pick or the draft selection. Dave Hall tweeting out, shout out to the fans decked out in the Vancouver Canucks Pavel Bure gear out here in Buffalo. They're the real ones. .6'5" Swedish defenseman Malte Gustafsson. Big boy. Let's see, because he was one of those guys who was definitely supposed to fall in the teens. On Elite Prospects, they have him listed. Yeah, well, they have him at 6'4" on Elite Prospects. They did just do the draft combine. They have him listed at 6'5", 203 pounds. He shoots left. He is 18 now, so he is a bit of a later, an earlier birth date because he's June 11th. So he was just slightly too young for the draft last year. And the Elite Prospects say Gustafsson is highly aggressive, creating value by pinching quickly and gapping up early. He has the lateral movement to take away space in the middle and force attackers to choose the outside lane, then crush them to the boards. Yeah, I like the sounds of that.
Yep. Big boy. Needs someone to protect Matt.
Well, the other thing, even just reading the Dave Hall tweet, it was funny to see him. Everyone's like, oh, we don't want any Swedes. We don't want any Swedes. It's like, if you hate Swedes, you're not going to like this draft because Ivar Stenberg, Viggo Bjork, Alex Command, and Malte Gustafsson are all off the board already, and they're all Swedish. So in the first 13 picks of this draft, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 draft picks. So 30% of this draft has been Swedish so far. Canada is well represented as well. Obviously, Gavin McKenna, Caleb Malhotra, Daxton Rudolph, Carlson Karls, and Keaton Verhoff, and Tynan Lawrence. So half the draft is already Canadian in this top part here. USA coming in with Chase Reed, White, Cullen, and that's it. So they've only got 2 off the board so far, and then 1 German. Oh no, Alberts is from Latvia, but he played in Germany. So Albert Smits is a Latvian. So from the same country as Mr. Archer Shilovs. I miss Archer Shilovs.
Wolverine meme.
Yeah. Patch Life in the chat. We got one of the 3 guys we want. Yep. Welcome to the chat, Patch Life. I just love that frees up Elias to play the wings rather than play center. That, I mean, is Pettersson part of the plan moving forward for this team? Or is that too hard to tell at this point?
You know how I feel.
You know what scares me the most?
You know how I feel.
We got Jonathan Leckermack.
That's actually smart, though, if he is slower, to move him to the wing. He is a perimeter playmaker. If you have Marco Rossi that can play with speed up the middle, you can move him up to the top line. Put Malhotra down in the second line, and you can have Braden Coots as your third line center, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, it was never a bad idea to have Pedersen playing with someone who can play center as well. Like when he was with JT Miller, that was when it was at his best, right? It was never a bad
100%.
idea. Maybe Caleb Malhotra and Pedersen would be a great pair. Calvin99 Charlie in the chat. What's up, my dude? Gonna call him Caleb Pizza Face Malhotra. Bro, he will kick your ass. Of course he's got zits. He's 17, bro. Laugh out loud. Calvin walking on dangerous ground there. That's bullying. Patch Life says, I would say it's too hard to tell, but we're not gonna be good next 3 years anyways. And Patch Life says, thank you, Dustin.
Hey, it was your idea, not mine.
Yeah.
I'm just agreeing with you.
Alex Command, not Alexander. Prickfetti. His full name is Alexander, bruh. It's right here. Look at this. Alexander. I don't know what to tell you, bruh. Eric Hunter, there are still players available in the VIP couch area. Yeah, I know, right?
Yeah, it's like Ryan Lynn, Adam Novotny, Ethan Belchitz, all kind of ranked higher than Oscar Hemming.
Yeah. Who apparently did get the VIP treatment, though. Oscar Hemmings, the first Finn to come off the board. Huge left winger. Another big boy, 6'4", 204 pounds. He's currently playing in Boston College, so he is playing in the NCAA, which is interesting to see. And like I said, big boy, 6'4". Oh my God. Lots of big boys coming off the board here. Thank you very much, by the way, Eric Hunter, for the $5 dono. And yes, who knows? Maybe the Canucks will get someone out of this VIP area. I think they have they have the Ruck twins in the crowd. Yeah. Oscar Hemming, 6'4", 198 pounds, power forward. Hemming is more than just a great complementary player, driving the play in some shifts and orchestrating the power play, prioritizing his heavy shot but also sending deceptive backdoor passes, anticipating the flow of play. Interesting. So the Columbus Blue Jackets taking a monster. 6'4". I'm going to sneeze, Dustin. It's going to happen.
Okay.
Maybe not. I said it now, so it's not going to come out. You got any like tricks like with the vinegar and the hiccups that I can do to get the sneeze out of my
No,
face?
the sneeze one I don't got. I mean, I got the like light thing, so I can look at light and it'll get me to sneeze. But for the I don't know if you have that. Well, like if you go out in the sun, does it make you sneeze?
I can't. I didn't sneeze and now I'm blind.
Uh-oh.
So Oscar Hemming, yeah, he's only 17 too. So another young guy, 6'4", 192 pounds. We're now on right winger watch because we have now gotten to the 14th pick and we still don't have a right winger out off the board.
Rapidly approaching. See, it's moving faster now, folks. Rapidly approaching that Canucks 24th pick.
Yeah.
Also rapidly approaching. What are the Blues going to do here?
15 and 16. Do they use both picks at the same time?
What are the Blues going to do here? Are we going to see the big red sign? Do we have a trade to announce?
Jerome Henderson saying, who will be the sleeper? And Jerome, when you say that, do you mean like who's going to be the best pick that people didn't expect? Like, because there have been some guys off the board, right? Like Jackson Rudolph, 6'3". Could he be the sleeper? Maybe we don't know what we're talking about. Russ, roll up some tissue and put it up your nose. Wet it first. What the heck? I don't know if I can do that live on stream. I might get banned. Sidebar, what's your porn star name? You take the name of your first pet and then add the name of the street you grew up on. Mine is Doug Knoblocker. You grew up on Knoblocker Street? Huh. I always heard it was your middle name and the street you grew up on. That would make me Anderson Woodstock. Which is pretty good, I'd say.
There you go.
Mother Knucker.
Why don't we combine them? You take your middle name and your first pet's name.
Mine would be Anderson Cammy. Which kind of works too.
Or Cammy Anderson.
Cammy Anderson.
Apparently mine would be Alexander Coco. The street name one is always weird because I grew up on 4th Avenue.
Yeah. 13 seconds away. We'll see. I know. I think St. Louis is just gonna pick both of these.
Maybe they picked the Ruck twins.
Pick them at the same
Wouldn't that
time.
be crazy?
Yep. Would be way harder than anyone expect them to go, but it is possible.
Maybe Ryan Lynn finally comes off the board from the Giants. I don't know.
Yep. He had a really tough year, obviously, injury-wise. He started off hurt. But sometimes that might make him the sleeper pick, going back to the question we just got back from Jerome. Bing Tang Warrior says his is Diesel Hertford. Which, yeah, that kind of works too. Crawford says they will probably take the Ruck twins for fuck's sakes. Crawford's not happy about it. He doesn't want St. Louis to get both the Ruck twins. Connie says it doesn't work for me. The street name I grew up on is 7th Avenue. Laugh out loud. So, Dustin, did I tell you I went shopping and I got some more books?
Oh, yeah? What'd you get? More Canucks books?
Yeah. Got 3.
Oh,
Ryan Burke just went into
sir.
the
Yes, sir.
Brooks Law Life and Hockey, just went into the Hall of Fame. Then we got one from a local guy. Behind the Scenes with the Vancouver Canucks at the NHL Draft by Daniel Wagner. Forward by Dan Murphy. This is the guy who has Pass It to Bullis. And
Pass it to Bullis.
Gino
Oh, Gino.
by Patrick Johnson.
Where's
so.
Gino? Where is he? There he is.
Oh, yeah. Just running around with his jersey all stripped off. You'll love to see it.
That back in the day when they didn't make you wear a fight strap, and there's a signature on there too, if you can
That's cool.
see it.
Yeah, you
right
can.
there.
General in the chat. What's up, Major General? Good or bad so far? So far, the Canucks have only picked once. And they took Caleb Malhotra. So the poll question right now is saying that people are actually happy about that.
Oh.
59%.
Whoa! Timeout!
What?
Trade alert!
Trade alert!
Anaheim trade Mason McTavish to St. Louis for 15th and 29th overall picks. Mason McTavish is going to St. Louis.
And then Anaheim gets 15th and 16th?
Nope, they get 15th and 29th. So
Okay.
Anaheim is on the clock.
Huh. Mason McTavish. All right, so St. Louis is going for it. Yes, I am a bookworm, especially when it comes to Canucks books. Major General in the chat, showing up, dropping 5 gifted memberships. Canucks man, Rye the Guy 20. and Grammy, B-Man, and Big Hog Hockey getting gifted memberships courtesy of Mr. Major. So thank you very much, Major, for donating to Dobby's Dentist Fund. And congratulations to Canucks Man, Rye the Guy 20, N Grammy, B-Man 32, and Big Hog Hockey. Thanks, Major. You're a gem. Fangirl has the same book. Daniel Wagner's book. W Major! Yeah, McTavish got traded. Are they going to flip it?
I think he's
another
just
trade.
announcing it.
Yeah,
I saw it on the ticker.
Okay, so maybe Gary Bettman's saying it now. Yeah, there it is. So now they're just announcing it. Major. Selling McTavish and Zellweger. Yep.
So Ryan Lynn, right?
What does Anaheim even
That's who
need?
they got to be picking Ryan Lynn, right?
The one Anaheim fan in the crowd.
I mean, they need another young defenseman. Jackson Lacombe can't do it all.
Why are they going to? They could have made the pick, but instead they're giving them an extra 2 minutes, I guess. Dustin, you jinxed it. You said they were picking it up.
I know.
Dobby. Okay, maybe I should go grab Dobby. Let's see. I'm gonna go check out.
Would have been nice if they traded the pick before it came up.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna see where Dobby's at.
All right, you go bring Dobberton on. All right. Who do the Ducks take? What do they need? I don't think so either, Major. I think the Canucks are going to do just fine. They'll use their picks, their 10 picks, and restock the cupboard, and we'll move forward next year. I mean, surely the Ducks pick Ryan Lynn. They have nobody on the blue line. I mean, they got Mintyukov, RFA, Tyson Hines, RFA, but Jacob Trouba is a UFA. John Carlson already said he's not going back. Radko Gudas is 36, and he's a UFA. They literally have 3 NHL defensemen under contract right now, and there's not a lot of free agents out there, so... There you go, Charlie. That one's for you. Okay, apparently they're not taking First right winger, finally, right? Finally a right winger. Interesting.
Nikita Klepov off the board to the Anaheim Ducks. Led all OHL skaters with 97 points in 67 games as a rookie. 6 foot, American. I did not expect him to be American with a name like Klepov. He's 186 pounds. He played in the OHL. This is the guy who did not go and play in the World Juniors, right? And they were pissed at him. Is that the one?
I think so.
Which kind of is funny because we're all talking about how we have NHL players going back to the States, and this guy pissed off the Americans, so they didn't take him in the draft. Or they
He might be dual. Is he dual citizenship though? Yeah, he is. So I think he didn't want to play for US because he'd rather play for Russia. Or because Russia can't go, he didn't want to play for US. There might be something there.
Yes.
Right? But he's dual citizenship, Russian and US, and that's why he moved to the USA and was able to play in the OHL. So
Dobby is here. He is very dopey right now because he obviously, for any dental work for a dog, they knocked him right out. So he's a bit of a crazy person right now. I cannot give him treats right now, guys, because he has had a tooth extracted, so he's only allowed soft food. But he did want to come say hi to you guys. Calum's like, give Dobby
hi,
a
Dobby.
PTO. Connor Cahill, I'm not on board with Caleb just yet, but if he proves me wrong, I'll forgive this shit show of a lottery we couldn't even win. Please, Manny, get this right. And Connor Cahill, I can understand where you're coming from because this Canucks team is a shit show. And anything is possible with this team. But I think that Manny Malhotra and Caleb Malhotra are most definitely going to be able to work together. Dobby's ready to pass out.
Toad and Dobby have similar faces.
Yeah.
Similar markings.
Is Toad a full-size Aussie or is he a mini? Or no, he's a mix, right?
He's a border Aussie. Yeah. Full-size Aussie, full-size border.
Oh, wait. I'm going to go let Dobby sleep. Another example of a player that could be a sleeper pick, I think. Nikita Klepov. 18 years old, 6 foot, 183 pounds. Klepov's physical skills, defensive ability, and mortar add other dimensions to his projection. Possessing a bottomless tank of energy, he works to get the puck back, hunting it deep in the opposition zone, establishing body position on pucks. So it sounds like a hardworking player. Dobby does deserve to
Was
be
born in
nominated.
Florida, so
Yeah.
But played youth hockey in Russia. Rus Moskova. Interesting.
Moved over to the USA in 23-24 and then moved to Canada in the 25-26 season. Only played 4 playoff games last year. All right, St. Louis using one of their picks at 15 and 16. And they take
Addicts.
Desjardins.
Yeah.
Another big one. 6'4" center. Played in Quebec last year.
I mean, not predicted to go this high.
No.
But another way off the board pick here.
Which is kind of what we expected from this draft, but it's still shocking to see it happen. He's from Montreal. He's 18, 6'4", 196 pounds, shoots left. He's listed as a power forward, and it says with powerful linear crossovers and sky-high active rate, Desjardins, looks like he's been a shot out of a cannon in transition. He uses the speed to initiate chip and chase plays, hit the goal line before defenders can react.
So they drafted Mason McTavish after trading for Mason McTavish.
Yeah.
Oh. I feel like they maybe should have pivoted more there, but okay. All right. Interesting. That definitely tells me that they're going to be trying to move Rob Thomas at some point.
Kind of what I'm thinking now too.
Yep.
Because they could get some more draft capital in for him. And for anyone who didn't remember, like St. Louis is the team that even if they're in the hunt for a playoff spot, they will trade players to get stuff back. So wouldn't be surprised. Jay Bokhoff in chat says that Klepov tied Marco Rossi's record of 3 OHL Rookie of the Month honors in a single year. Huh. Bing Tang Warrior should have gone with Reed. Major wants the Twins. Sedins are using mind control, keeping the Rucks off the board. Twin magic!
I mean, there's still a world where you get Liam at 24 and you get Marcus at 33, right? Like, it's not like we have two picks very far apart. Like, you might not have to make a move to get them. You know what I mean? Especially with a lot of these players kind of jumping up the board, but then does Liam now jump up the board as well to some random team here?
Well, we got Sir Michael in the chat. Welcome, Sir Michael. Good to see you. Hope we get Tommy Blale at 24th. And Jay Bokhoff wants Ilya Morozov at 24, please.
I mean, if you guys want to throw out who you think the Canucks should take at 24, we can start bringing them up on Elite Prospects and talking about them because, you know, there's going to be plenty of names available that we didn't think were going to be available.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
Scrofford says Rusty and Dusty Dobby, Rusty and Dusty Dobby, Rusty and Dusty Dobby. Van Al Beauty, what's up, my dude? Malhotra LFG! And now we're going to take a brief break from this NHL draft to give you the GM of the year.
Great.
Sensei Dean Y, what's up, my dude? Crazy draft, but San Jose came off like a bandit. Yeah.
Yes. Sensei, they did.
And they still have
I've
another
already
pick.
given props to Mike Greer earlier in the stream, but I will do it again. Very fine work. Made room for Stenberg by offloading Eklund. Made the trade to bring in Kesselring, a young right-handed defenseman. Got lucky with Verhoff dropping to 9, and yeah, a masterclass.
Can you believe that?
Well done.
I mean, despite the fact that I think it's dumb they're doing this right now, Bill Guerin is the GM of the year.
Gross.
What are you talking
Barf.
about?
Barf.
I just can't wait for Quinn Hughes not to re-sign. Then he'll have to give the trophy back, right?
Yeah. Now they're on the clock. They couldn't have been on the clock this whole time.
Looks like Bill Guerin's been drinking. Look at those rosy cheeks.
When hasn't Bill Guerin been drinking?
It's not even, LA's not even on the clock yet. It's LA's pick and they got Bill Guerin up there. There we go. Now they're on the clock. Oh, Bill Guerin still on the screen. He looks very confused right now. The chaos of everyone trying to run this NHL draft as a remote draft is nuts. So Skytrain often thought the Ruck Twins would be gone by now. Humongous is all hail Sir Dobberton, Lord of the Stream. Which is fair. Yeah, Humongous. Klepov could be a steal. It's got that Russian factor too, right? You haven't seen a Russian come off the board other than Klepov, who's technically only half Russian. But it seems a lot of the time, people are not sure if these Russian players are going to make their way over to the NHL. Yeah. Oh shit, I missed this one. Major General, I don't feel like the Canucks are going to blunder. $5 dono for Major that I almost missed. Oh my God, that was close. Thank you very much for the $5 dono, Major, to Dobby's Dentist Fund. I don't feel like the Canucks are going to blunder. No, I am confident in this new regime and what they've been doing so far. I like the two hires they've made in Darren Hermanson and Richard Seeley. There are some strong rumors that the Canucks have scooped up the Boston Bruins farm team head coach who won Coach of the Year in the AHL last year. He coached them what? They were like 110 points, I think Providence was last year for the AHL.
Yep. I mean, it is from Frank Saravelli, so do with that what you will. He was the first to break the Malholtra news, technically, so clearly he may still have a leak in the boat, but we'll have to see if any truth comes of that early next week when the Canucks plan on announcing the entire assistant coaching group. A couple of chats here. Sir Michael 21 is looking for Tommy Blale at 24.
Yep.
And then Jay is looking for Ilya Morozov at 24. So those are two suggestions out of chat there that we could dig into.
So let's look at
those are the two we could.
You look up Tommy, I'll look up Ilya.
All right.
Ilya, which is apparently actually spelled Ilalia, aka Ilya Morozov. He is 6'3", center, big boy. He's only 17. He is Russian. He shoots left. They say Morozov is a true defensive stalwart. He angles rushes to the outside and emphatically runs over the puck carrier. I like the sounds of that. With a motor that never stops, he blows up opposition cycles, retrieves tons of pucks, and even sets picks on opponents. He had 20 points playing in the NCAA last year for the for Miami University. He had 20 points in 36 games. And he was actually playing in the USHL the year before that, where he had 22 points in 15 games. He would have been 16 at that point, so quite young too. But not a bad point total for a 17-year-old playing at the NCAA level. So that is Ilya Morozov.
So Tommy Blale is a right shot defenseman out of the U.S. He was playing for the Moncton Wildcats last year. He was their number one defenseman, shaking defenders left and right, dancing at the offensive line and skating around the offensive zone. Blale slips in tight gaps in coverage and breaks open defenses. Nearly impossible for forecheckers and defenders to catch. One wrong move leaves them a step behind. The accelerating Blale seems to own the ice in some shifts, transitioning pucks up ice at lightning speed and generating shots and waves. So definitely an offensive playmaker defenseman. Not the biggest guy, 5'11", 170, but basically, I mean, not the same ceiling, but for player type, we would say a right shot Quinn Hughes. And now we also have a trade to announce. The LA Kings have traded the 17th pick to the Utah Mammoth for the 19th pick and the 82nd pick in this year's draft.
Looks like Utah was desperate to get somebody here.
Apparently, Utah is worried that the guy they have their eye on at 19 is going to come off the board. So making a move to jump up a couple spots here and pluck the guy they got their eye on.
Utah also has the pick right before the Canucks. So they have now this 17th pick. Like you said, just getting it from LA. LA moves down 2 spots and then also picks up an extra pick later in the draft. Which 86, what's that? That's a third round, like a high third round pick, right?
83rd is kind of middle of the third round. It's just kind of like smack dab in the middle.
And Utah did just trade JJ Paterka. And I mean, we didn't even talk about this yet. Adam Foote hired as the assistant coach in Utah. Is this
good for them?
Good for them.
I mean, you know what? If what we've heard is true and what we heard from Sapster is true about the way he coached, I mean, we're not surprised about the way he coached, right? Like we could see it. We've been around hockey long enough that was just not winning hockey. There was just no way. So moving forward, I think he's better suited in an assistant role. That's always where he's been better. We'll see if this is the first assistant role he'll have without Sergei Gonchar. So we'll see if he can do the same effective defensive coaching he had in Vancouver, or if it looks like a lot of the defensemen are going to start taking cross-checking penalties in the front of the net and taking the body and leaving Utah susceptible to tip shots or high danger chances.
I think Adam Foote in Utah will prove that Rick Tocchet was the one making up the structure of their defense, and Adam Foote was the one executing it.
Yes.
You cannot play like all of his buddies.
But when I was captain in Columbus,
when I was playing with Joe Sakic and Peter Forsberg in Colorado all those years ago, we could do this. Well, guess what? It's no longer 2003, sir. You cannot count cross checks. So I had to decide whether or not I wanted to tell this story. But I have a regular, since we're talking about Adam Foote. So I have a regular who comes into my bar quite often. And she was out in Vancouver at a fancy restaurant with one of her friends. And when Adam Foote sent drinks to their table and then was essentially trying to have dinner with them.
What
wanted to hang out with them. And I'm like, Adam Foote's married. And then they were just like, no, like we have literally no interest in have anything to do with you, bro. I know who you are and I don't give a shit. Your nose has an elbow.
See you later, pal. Enjoy Utah.
Yeah.
Gross.
I'm sure he'll fit in really well with all the Mormons.
Well, it just makes you look at Cal and think, well, the apple didn't fall far from the tree, I guess.
Yep. All right, Utah's finally on.
Moving on. That's enough talk about Adam Foote now.
What's up, Pure Veteran? Welcome to the stream, bro. Nice to have you. Yeah, Calvin, you missed it. Justin Bieber picked for Toronto.
America and all their guns, man.
Bing Tang Warrior. Okay, we didn't get Reed. For the love of God, get Emil Carletto. All right, let's look up Emil Carletto. I feel like I've heard this name before. Sounds Finnish.
There goes Ethan Belch.
Ethan Belch is off the board.
Finally.
Bing Tang Warrior, I thank you for the $5 dono. Unfortunately, I don't think you spelt his name right. Oh no, here he is. Cirilletto. Belch is off the board. Canadian ice hockey player. Left wing.
He's a big boy.
6'5". Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a big boy. This is why I was wondering why he fell so far.
230
a
pounds.
lot of teams could use a boy like this as a left winger. Power forwards don't grow on trees. 6'5" forwards definitely don't grow on trees. We have Vilmer Ulrichsen in our organization, but man, having a kid from Canada, 6'5", 229, that's a hell of a pickup right there.
6'5". He is 18, so but I mean it's fine.
Calvin thinks he's gonna be an AHLer.
Calvin thinks he's so Bing Tang saying it's a young Finnish right-hander. Yeah. So Emil, let's see if I got the right one. Yeah. Young Finnish right-handee. Huh. So the guy I've got up here is not the right one then. Huh. Bing Tang, you got a spell check. I can't find him. See here.
We'll go on a hunt here.
Carletto. Oh, is there an H in there? Oh, still not coming up.
Yeah, I like this name isn't even like ringing a bell, and they're not on any of my draft boards. So I'm.
Oh, that's a goalie. Bing Tang, we're digging. So we get another first round pick in like foreverness soon. Yeah. Hey, that's Quit Hughes' favorite coach you're talking about. Yeah, Scrappard, you're right. Kharletto. Nah, nothing's popping up. Pure veteran. I get Dustin's POV about father-son topic, but for me, it's a conflict of interest. This team doesn't need more drama. You're not wrong. Like, it could, but especially in this market. Of course, the media is going to talk about it. But I think it depends on how Manny plays it, right? If anything, it might be harder for Caleb than it will be for Manny, because Manny might hold his son to a higher standard than he does the rest of the team. It's not going to be like a junior team or a minor team where they're like, oh yeah, I'll give you extra time because you're my son. No, he'll probably be harder on him. Scrofford, what are they feeding these kids? Steroids and milk? There is a very real chance that is what they are getting for breakfast. Yeah, Emil Curletto. This guy, he's 23, yeah. That's not the one we're looking for. I just pulled up the Canucks Army article. And they had Chase Reed going to the Canucks. So that was way off. And then at 24, they have the Canucks taking Mathis Preston. Yeah, 6'5", 230 pounds. Wow, says Brickfetti. What's up, Evelyn? Hey! Welcome to the stream, Evelyn. Nice to see you. And since I did do it in text, but since we're here live now, I will do it for you right now. Happy birthday, Evelyn, dear. Happy days will come to you all year. If I had a wish, then it would be a happy birthday to you from me. Happy birthday,
And
Evelyn.
me.
And Dustin. You're getting the double down. Bing Tang Warrior just dropped 10 gifted memberships. Bing Tang Warrior.
He felt bad for teasing us. He felt bad for teasing us because Emil Carletto is a EA Sports character.
Mike Pennant.
You silly goose.
10
Appreciate
gifted
you, Big Tang.
memberships. JSYZ4FO, Brian Hamber 4, Line Change, so Tyler getting one. Flying Cartoon Mans, G is on 007, MASH 38 Fan, so Jay now has memberships for 2 of his accounts. Lizard Jesus, Squidgy 67 or 67, depending on if you're Gen Z or not. Brian Daly and BML 000001, who started off as one of our biggest trolls and haters and now loves us more than anyone. So congratulations, JS, Brian, Line Change, Flying Cart, G is on 007, MASH, Lizard, Squidgy, Brian, and BML for and congratulations on your free membership. And thank you very much, Bing Tang. That is a very generous of you, donating to Dobby's Dental Fund. I appreciate you. Bing Tang, hi! And then Prickfetti says, happy birthday, Evelyn. Prickfetti says, happy birthday, Silver Fox. Well, it's Evelyn's birthday. Bruh, laugh out loud. I missed it. What's up, James C. Kirk? Yeah, what the hell, man? You're in the chat and you didn't get one of those 10 gifted memberships. There's a couple of people who can't get
I
gifted
swear
memberships.
he's got it off and he's just trolling
Yeah,
us.
he might be. Hey. Live long and prosper there. The Washington Capitals have used their pick So another Finn comes off the board. Oliver Savanto, 6'3", 213 pounds. Big boy. Savanto. 17, so another young guy. Lots of 17-year-olds coming off the board early. I'd say the majority of the picks have been 17, which is kind of interesting. 6'3", shoots left. I love how quick Elite Prospects is already updated. Drafted 2026, round 1, 18th overall for Washington. Savanto powers through, checks with ease, protects the puck along the boards by handling the puck with one hand, Bertuzzi style apparently, and keeping pressure at bay with the other. And this and is incredibly difficult to move from the net front once he gets his feet. So another Finn comes off the board. I mean,
heavy centerman.
Yeah, lots of centermen, which is crazy because everyone's talking about how many centermen are going to be available in next year's draft. And we're seeing, let's see. Caleb Malhotra, 6'2", Daxton Rudolph, 6'3", Smith, 6'3", 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". So we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 of the top 18 picks are 6'2" and over.
Goodness gracious.
And that is interesting because we all know that the NHL, despite what Adam Foote, not to bring up again, is a copycat league.
No.
And
that's not why they went to a bumper late in the season. No.
You know the real reason they went to a bumper? Like Sapster said, they just revolted. They're like, fuck you, we're just gonna do a bumper. Try and stop
like every
me.
win they had this season was out of attrition.
Yeah. The copycat league that is the NHL, usually a team like Carolina would be like, okay, we got to be more like Carolina. Carolina average height has got to be like 6 foot with all their tiny players that they have. So to see all these large guys coming off the board, it's interesting. Oh, and we did get our first right winger. I should have pointed that out. Klepov at 15 was the first right winger to come off the board. And we still only have 2 full Americans on the board, which is another thing that I think we've talked about a little bit. The Americans have really been dominating at all levels when it comes to hockey. They are like the world champion. I mean, other than this year, they got the gold medal in men's and women's. They've got the world juniors, right? Like they've been winning a lot of tournaments. But I think the golden age that they just had is going to be very short-lived because it feels like a lot of the top picks are Swedish and Canadian, especially this year, probably next year again.
Yes.
So I think Canada,
Landon DuPont sweepstakes have already been talked about, right? Obviously, Canadian defenseman. So, top pick next year will be Canadian again.
Let's see. So Gavin McKenna, Canadian. Oh, I went to the wrong screen again. I got rid of Dustin. Oh my God, Dustin's gone. All right, he's back. So 2026, Gavin McKenna, Canadian. 2025, Matthew Schaefer, Canadian. 2024, Macklin Celebrini, Canadian. 2023, Connor Bedard, Canadian. 2022, Uri Slavkovsky, not Canadian. But if you're looking at that, so it's 23, 24, 25, and 26. So the last 4 first overall picks have all been Canadian.
Calvin, I honestly think you're going to be very surprised about how good the Canucks are next year as compared to last year. They very well could compete for a wild card spot, especially within a Pacific division that's going to have 4 different head coaches taking over for their teams. Of those head coaches, I feel that Manny probably has the best platform to turn his team around in the quickest manner when it in terms of chemistry, and the bar was set so low last year. I just really think that we're all going to be surprised as Canucks fans.
Well, me and you won't be.
When they took Malhotra, I think the writing's on the wall that Heedle's done. Just for the record.
It would take Heedle agreeing to terminate his contract, which I don't think is happening.
No, they can trade him. I just don't think he plays center ever again. Maybe they convert him to a winger.
What is Heedle? Does he have draft protection or trade protection? Let's look. I feel like everyone's got a no movement clause. Heedle. It does not appear that he has any trade.
Philip Heitel. He does not have a no movement clause. He has $4.4 million next year cap hit. They could very easily move that out. Someone else may need a young centerman, or we'll see.
So pulling up, like you were saying,
or they play him next year and then let his contract run out. They don't re-sign him, and then Caleb makes the jump the following year.
Oh, another Swede just came off the board. The LA Kings have selected Elton Hermansson, who is a 6'1", 182-pound, the second right wing to come off the board at 19th overall. He was playing for Modo last year. So another player playing in Europe, playing amongst men, which is, I think, as this process of people transferring to the NCAA and also the new rule of 19-year-olds being able to play in the AHL, I think it's gonna be harder and harder to judge where people's skill levels are at. Because if you're playing in the CHL and suddenly you're playing against a bunch of young guys, you could very reasonably see some very bloated point totals moving forward.
Absolutely.
Hermansson, he can play both wings according to Elite Prospects. He is 6'1", 183 pounds. He does shoot right. He is listed as a dangler, offensive forward, and a sniper. And they say that he dominates the puck, consistent ability to drive the play, creates quality chances for himself through his superior elusiveness and handling capabilities. The puck stays glued to his stick, even at high speeds. So a very offensive player, apparently, going to the LA
Finally, a
Kings.
right winger off the board.
Yeah. Only the second one of this entire draft. And both of them are offensive guys.
There you go.
Now, Buffalo's on the board again. Let's see. Hermansson. Playing in Sweden last year. He had 21 points in 38 games playing for Modo, which is the full men's league. So that's not a bad total for a young guy to be playing against men. He is 18. He's a February 5th, 2008 birthday. So another 18-year-old off the board.
Buffalo take Novotny then? What do you think? What does Buffalo do here?
I feel like they're going to do something crazy. Why is Bill Guerin on my screen again?
Huh. Interesting.
What?
Now that I'm trying to figure out what Buffalo's going to do here with their pick. Novotny's fallen, a bit. Maybe they go Morozov. They need some help at center.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they need a shutdown guy, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, Maddox Dejanay is already off the board, right? So that was another guy
Yep.
we might have taken, but he went a little higher than expected.
They could go right wing. They could go Mathis Preston. Picks coming here shortly. Heedle's 26.
Yeah.
Petey's 27.
Does Heedle have monster insurance? I don't know if he can afford insurance right now. Scrofford, I love Heedle. I don't want him to go. I mean, at the end of the day, Heedle, when healthy, is a very effective player. He's a big boy who can carry the puck. He draws players to him.
Sorry, Jay. Morozov is gone.
There it is. The 6'3" Russian is off the board, going to Buffalo. Yeah, so Ilya Morozov off the board. Jay does not get his wish. 6'3", 201 pounds, 17-year-old from Moskva, Russia. And he was playing in Miami this year. 36 games played, 20 points, 27 penalty minutes. And his team did not make the playoffs. So we have our second Russian off the board. Our first full Russian off the board.
The closer we get to the Canucks, does it feel more and more like they have a plan to grab the Ruck twins?
I mean, Mathis Preston could be another one that they take.
We do need more right wingers with size, right?
Swervin Yrvin on Twitter. Now, why didn't the Canucks send KK Harvey to make their picks? Because we had Kobe Smothers.
I guess he's not that big.
Zach Hyman just tweeted out, unbelievable talent and an even better person. Congrats, Caleb. Huh. Does Zach Hyman own the Brantford Bulldogs or something?
No idea.
Yes. He is the governor and president of the Brantford Bulldogs. So that is why we have an Edmonton Oiler commenting on Caleb Malhotra. So that makes sense. But it is cool to see a guy like Zach Hyman who you can say what you want about him and his love of Mike Babcock, but Zach Hyman is a dog who works his butt off, and he knows hockey talent. So to have him saying these nice things about Caleb Malhotra is great to see. Edward Sapster, American players have loved Vancouver, thinks the Canucks and Buium will try to get an 8-year extension done. And that is with regards to Dollywall apparently reporting that. Rick Dollywall saying the Canucks are working on an 8-year extension with Buium, which I don't know. I think Dustin doesn't like that. I guess depending on the dollar amount.
It's all about the dollar.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Everyone talks about American players wanting to go back. But at the end of the day, we just saw Thatcher Demko in Vancouver stepping back onto the ice for the first time. He's been training hard to be able to get back on the ice. Brock Besser is back in Vancouver already. he put out on Instagram the other day from a beach out in Vancouver. There are American players that do want to play in Vancouver. So we can't let Quit Hughes's, angry little British boy mantra take away from talent that you could draft. So, but I mean, a guy like Chase Reed, going back to that, he does follow Donald Trump Jr. on Instagram. So that might be a red flag for any team in Canada who are looking at drafting him. Caleb, I'm going to bench you. You're not playing enough. I got drafted higher than you, Dad. Screw you. Oh. Yeah, love this. Here's a video they just put out of Caleb.
With the overall third pick for the 2026 pick is Caleb Malhotra. Caleb Malhotra of the Brantford Bulldogs had a debut OHL season to remember, ranking second in
Let's not
rookie
forget
scoring.
his uncle is also Steve Nash, so this kid knows
son
how
of
to
the
be
mix in
professional. Caleb Malhotra will be just fine.
Yeah. Steve Nash, the best basketball player in the history of Canada. By far.
Other than Dr. What's His Nuts who invented it.
Yeah, fair enough. The sheet with Jeff Merrick. Caleb Malhotra drafted 3rd overall by the Vancouver Canucks from the Brantford Bulldogs. Two-way center, dynamic offensive talent, big game performer, 13 goals and 26 points in 15 OHL playoff games. No big D.
I encourage anyone to if they have time to seek out the interview that his coach from this year did talking about his ceiling as a player. He very much sees him as a number one center. So I'm excited.
Dave Hall.
Yes, fangirl. Manny Malhotra is married to Steve Nash's sister.
Yeah. Ryan Lynn, Crawford is thinking for the Canucks.
Pardon?
Ryan Lynn, perhaps.
Do we really need defensemen in the pool right now? Probably not. I'd be more inclined to take a right winger, whoever that may be. Mathis Preston's a little small for my liking. I think we need a bigger right winger. We got some big left wingers, but and the biggest right winger I think we have right now is Linus Karlsson. So we could use some size down the right side.
Dave Hall, no matter what you have to love, no matter what you have to love a future middle six center core of Caleb Malhotra and Braden Coots, all character.
So who's our number one center? That's the question.
I mean,
if that's our middle six,
I think a guy like Malhotra could be a top center. It just depends on who you have on his wing.
Well, yeah, chemistry is important.
But the thing is,
apparently San Jose is trading up into Philly's spot. Fuck. I just saw it on Twitter when I was looking around. Frickin' Friedman. Mike Greer, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, there's another pick.
27, 62, and 120, all going back to Philly. San Jose's on the clock. 27, 62, and 102. Wow. Gritty's pissed.
So Philly moves all the way back to 27. So who is San Jose? So, oh yeah,
I don't know, man.
Martone Gritty is pissed. I'm trying to think of who they would want to take.
Maybe they want Ryan Lynn?
Because they need another defenseman. Like, if I'm the Sharks, I want to take
They
another
do,
defenseman.
right? But Lynn's right-handed, right shot, right?
Calvin, we cannot trade RJ for Mike Greer. That is not possible. Skytrain Alvin, yeah. Philly trades the 2026 21st to San Jose in exchange for the 27th, 62nd, and 120th.
This is the craziest draft we've had in years, folks. I hope you guys realize that, like, the draft hasn't had trades like this in a while. Even leading up to it, this is nuts. This is unreal.
I don't think it's going to end either leading up to July 1.
Nope.
The biggest free agent that was going to be available just got signed to a long-term deal in Washington, right? Like, Tuck's off the board and Radish is off the board. Those are like 1-2.
And McMahon's off the board in Seattle, right? Like, Ryan Lynn, hey, I got one.
That's what they wanted.
Yeah.
Jeez, San Jose, man.
They probably couldn't believe that he fell that far. He was projected to go in the, 10s to 15s, 15s to 18s on a lot of draft lists. I can't believe he fell to 21. I didn't think Ryan Lynn would go that far down.
Shoots right from Richmond, BC, 5'11", 176 pounds. Lynn already looks like an NHL defender, combining high-end mobility, stick work, and physicality. He makes the tricky stops look routine. He defends the middle with intent, using every defensive skill possible to push opponents to the perimeter.
At 16, he was already averaging 25-36 a night and running the first power play unit.
He is going to be playing also in the University of Denver. The University of Denver could be very good next year. In 53 games with the Vancouver Giants last year, he had 57 points. He was a -19, but that is probably due to his power play usage and
injury issues.
Yeah, so he missed. What is that? How many games they play in the WHL? It's 72, right? Something like that.
Something like that, yeah.
So he missed like 20 games because he got injured right at the beginning of the year.
Yep. Beginning of the year is tough too because it puts you behind the curve, trying to catch up to everyone else.
Yeah, the
Giants, you haven't got up to game shape yet, so
he was not, and the Giants were not a very good team.
No.
Headspace Hockey in the chat. What's up? Welcome back, boys. We are now a San Jose Sharks channel. And then Jay, to your comment about all the trades happening, and none of them involving the Canucks.
You are correct, Jay. You are correct. Yet, right? Yet.
I wonder if
I would suspect once the draft is complete, we see a Jake DeBrusk trade leading up to July 1st, if not before July 1st. The free agent class is absolutely atrocious. We can bring that up whenever Russ is ready as well. If you guys want to see it, it's not great.
agents this summer. Rasmus Anderson. John Carlson. Jacob Trouba. Anthony Mantha. Boone Jenner.
I'm going to say the average age of the UFA this July 1st is going to be 36. Like, if you go on Puckpedia, you got Alex Ovechkin. Anthony Mantha at 31 is probably going to get paid out the butt overpayment on July 1st, and he can just sit there and hold out and wait for someone to wheel up a wheelbarrow because he's 31. You got John Carlson, Patrick Kane, 36, 37, Matt Zuccarello, 38, Victor Arvidsson is 33, so he might get a look. Claude Giroux, 38, Marcus Johansson, 35, Vladimir Tarasenko, 34, Rasmus Anderson at 29 is going to get a boatload of cash.
Hey, Evander Kane's available. He's 34.
Mason Marchment, 31. He might get a good payment. He had a good last half of the year after he got traded from Seattle to Columbus. Anders Lee, 35. Anze Kopitar, 38. Eric Holla, 35. Like, there are not a lot of young boys out there. Well, that came out wrong. There are not a lot of young free agents out there to sign this year.
Yeah.
It's a very, very sad, thin UFA class. So that makes Jake DeBrusk's value so high. Get him out of here, RJ.
Chris Johnston put out the list of the votes for the Jim Gregory General Manager of the Year award. Bill Guerin just beating out Chris McFarland in Colorado, and Pat Verbeek was the third place, but well behind. Kyle Dubas from Pittsburgh was fourth. What the fuck is Kyle Dubas doing in that conversation? Eric Tulsky, who won the Stanley Cup, is the fifth overall. No! Bill Guerin. The pick is in. Pittsburgh took who?
Yes.
Ah! The dream is over.
No! You needed to drop 2 more spots.
Liam Ruck is off the board.
Bart! When's Pittsburgh's next pick?
I don't know.
Not till 54.
That means the fact that the Sedins got drafted together is not.
No, I know, right? But you're gonna not want to risk splitting these two apart. Like, they've literally said they've only spent 4 days away from each other in their entire lives. You are risking it if you want to try playing those guys apart. Good luck. I don't know. Pittsburgh's got to make sure they get the other one somehow. I mean, if Dubas, it's Kyle Dubas. If he picks one, he's picking the other. He's absolutely the arrogant prick that would do it. So he's going to find a way, and he's going to make sure he gets Marcus.
Yeah, Liam Ruck off the board. A right winger, another right winger. So that was the third right winger off the board in this draft. Medicine Hat Tiger. Can Pittsburgh do anything to get a pick to get Marcus soon? Do we give 24 to Pittsburgh?
Because Boston moved their 23rd.
Oh, Boston already moved it to Utah for Paterka.
All right. So does Utah move it to Pittsburgh?
Swervin Yrvin in chat. I swear to God, if Buffalo picks Mathis Preston, I don't think Buffalo has another pick in this round.
No. Hopefully now Mathis Preston makes it through Utah.
It's 68 games in all the leagues across the EHL, not 72. Says Jay Bacot. Oh, rip. Yeah. Skytrain Elfman. Ruck to Pittsburgh. The dream is over, says Swervin, and Skytrain Elfman's like, oh, rip. Yeah. Lynn potentially to play with his countryman Celebrini down the road. And then they can both come and
Does
play
Utah move that for Brian Rust?
Do you think they would? For Rust?
I don't know. Just saying.
Like Rust
they got rid of a winger, need a winger. They got $21 million in cap space.
So Dave Hall says Pittsburgh picks again at 39. Surely they feel confident they can grab Marcus, right?
Oh, yeah, 39. I must have blew by that one. Sorry. But just saying, maybe they move Brian Rust. Been rumored. His name has been out there on the trade boards. So I'm just throwing crap out there. It's the draft. It's been crazy. Let's throw crazy stuff around. If they really want him.
"34 years old, 5'11", 202 pounds, so he's a sturdy boy. Had 37 points last year. Or sorry, he had 2 points. No, this is all playoff stats. I don't want playoff stats. He had 65 points in 72 games, so that's nothing to snuff at. He was even on a Pittsburgh team that was not very even. Averaging just under 20 minutes a night for Pittsburgh.
Brian Rust and the 39th pick for the 23rd. Do you think they do it?
Could be fun.
To get Marcus Ruck? I'm curious.
And then did they
Utah doesn't have a second round pick. But the Penguins have 2. Utah made a first round pick. Well, I'm just saying they could get a really, they need some veteran leadership. Brian Rust could be that veteran winger. 34, pretty decent numbers and a relatively easy cap hit to swallow at 5 mil, 5.13. It's only 2 more years. I don't know. I'd be on the phone. Got to get younger sooner or later. Can't wait forever.
Pittsburgh has so much draft capital now. It's crazy.
That's what I mean. Like, they could move some of it around.
Just wishing and hoping.
And something been praying.
It's kind of funny because Pittsburgh's got the 1 first rounder that they just used. They've got 2 second round picks, a 3rd round pick. They got no 4th or 5th or 7th. And then they got a 6th.
Trade alert! Trade alert!
There it is. We have a trade. Different Yrvin or different Alfred, eh? Yes. I remember when you guys used both of your names. It was very confusing. DeBrusque for Rut? Is it Vancouver Yrvin? No.
Detroit, Stevie Y found a way to get his first round pick. Sent Sebastian Kosa to the Utah Mammoth for the 23rd overall pick.
He's a goaltender. Playing in Grand Rapids last year. He's 23. He's 6'6". Holy shit!
That's a
6'6", 209
goalie.
pounds, 23 from Hamilton, Ontario. He mixes things up and recovers quickly on rebounds to get in front of multiple shot sequences in order to clear the crease. He's not afraid to use his hands, and he does a good job covering up pucks before they spring loose for scoring chances. So, I guess Utah looking for a goaltender.
We just got to see what Detroit does here, and then we're on the clock, everyone. Thank you all for being here, by the way. Appreciate the 31 people out there watching us just ramble about prospects and enjoy the chaos that is this draft 26.
What's up, Gary Wiseman? Soup Gang! I love Russell's hair right now. He looks like he wants to talk to your manager. I am the manager! His flow's in draft mode. I'm probably going to cut my hair, guys. I'm going to cut it all off. I'm fucking sick of it. It's so sweaty in the summertime. Getting out of control. 6'9", 290 pounds. Laugh out loud. What are you talking about, Calvin? Swervin's crossing his fingers right now. Calvin's just got an eggplant in chat. Guess he's feeling excited. Swear jar, swear jar, swear jar, swear jar, swear jar. Soup Gang! Utah trades 2026 23rd to Detroit in exchange for Sebastian Kosa. Lloyd.
Who does he want so bad? Does he want Adam Novotny or did Xavier Villeneuve get picked yet? Or no? He didn't get picked yet either, did he? He was pretty high on a lot of boards.
Maybe he wants to draft Quinn Hughes. Oh, wait, it's too late. You should have done that before. Dobby, save me.
Wow. Hurlbert. Huge jump.
JP.
Wanted him, I guess.
That's weird.
Huh.
So Hurlbert is a left winger from the USA. He played for Kamloops in the Blazers. He's 6 foot, 190
goals.
pounds.
42 goals ain't too shabby.
Not bad. They call him JP. Shoots right. Always thinking about the next play. Hurlbert spots plays, adjusts to the lane, and receives pucks, and instantly connects with a teammate. He uses a lot of delays and changes of pace, opening access to the back layers off the rush. Yeah, 97 points in 68 games. One game short of being nice. JP apparently stands for Jumpy Poops. Huh. Canucks choose the other ruck. Can you imagine?
We're on the clock. What do we think, folks?
Swervin wants Novotny, Preston, or Xavier. Whitten is asking who you guys like.
I wouldn't mind Preston. We do need some insulation at right wing. Xavier Villeneuve dropped lots, so I wouldn't mind picking up another defenseman, even though we're like overloaded. He's tiny though, too. He's only 163 pounds, 5'10", so a long way to go for him. Man. So, I mean, Adam Novotny's probably the closest to being NHL ready. Probably a couple years down in whatever college he's probably committed to now. Oh, looks like he's going back to Peterborough. He's not committed to an NCAA team, so maybe they get Novotny.
Why do they have Jeffrey JP Hurlbert? Muhammad still wants the ruck. Pick the ruck.
Jackson Covers still out there too. Left winger, big boy, Canadian.
I think I'm leaning toward Mathis Preston. I don't know why.
Yeah.
A bit on the smaller side. He is a right shot, but he is from Penticton, so he's kind of a local boy. Quite young still, too. The thing I like about Preston is his foot speed. He could be one of the fastest skaters in this draft.
Yeah.
Muhammad thinks we need another forward. I agree. I would just load up on forwards right now.
We should be loading up on forwards. Best forward available.
Yeah.
Should
Wolfers McGee
technically
need
be
more offensive
Novotny then.
talent. Yeah. Novotny, though.
Yeah, no, Novotny is offensive talent for sure. Novotny's got NHL caliber scoring. He's top 6 projected. I mean, he was projected to go like 10 to 16, so I'm surprised he fell this far.
He plays both sides, left and right. He had 65
he's
points
fast.
in 58 games.
He plays with speed. He's what probably, when you hear the Canucks say, we're going to play with speed and you need to be a workhorse. I mean, that's what Novotny is. So,
yeah, most people had him ranked like 15, 14, 13.
6'1", 205, big boy, right? Already grown into a man's body.
Check boy. Don't mind a good check
So
boy.
he creates solo chances too off the boards. So he can create off the perimeter. Curious.
Swervin Yrvin. Dusty, what
wouldn't mind
we need to
Novotny.
load up on? Defenseman.
We don't need defensemen right now. Not like first or second round defensemen. We can pick a few late round and see if they turn out. But I mean, we are so overrun with actual prospect defensemen right now. It's crazy. I mean, like we got Sawyer Minyo, Kirill Kudryavtsev. We've got the guys that are already up with the big club in Mancini, Vilander, D. Petey, Zeev Buyum. We really don't need anyone on the blue line. So I like this should be a forward if they're drafting for need.
I think for me, I'm leaning toward Preston, but I think the Canucks might be leaning towards Novotny.
This is pretty freaking cool by the Canucks here. This is how you rebuild culture.
Yeah. Because he was at Dyson Ice too, wasn't he?
Yeah.
They got the hockey game on in the middle of his surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah, no more tanking, says Rickfetti. Let's win the cup instead. I agree. Rick Fetty, he is the one exception. If the Canucks are drafting first overall next year, they're taking Landon Dupont. Like, they have to. We want Dupont. I'm joking, says Rick Fetty. James is sweating out here.
Novotny. From the Peterborough Pete's.
There it goes.
Adam Novotny.
Yeah, I thought the bigger body might be what did it.
The bigger body, and yeah, he's more NHL ready. There we go. Big check winger. Needs some work in the defensive end, but we know that Manny has that under wraps. So I like it. I like it. I can't believe he dropped that far. So, I mean, I'm pretty excited about that pick, actually.
Well, the one thing that I see a lot of the scouts talking about is establishing body position, right? Taking pucks out of scrums, right?
Mm-hmm. Consistently turns steals into offense, intercepting passes, lifting the puck from unsuspecting opposing defensemen outright. Stays in the right lanes to apply pressure at the perfect angle, stays connected with teammates. He needs a system that reinforces his advanced forechecking. Who do we know that runs a system like that, Russ?
Huh.
Have we seen that in Abbotsford before?
Manny Malhotra.
Like, if you read his full prospect profile, like I have the premium draft guide.
Yeah.
So because this is a Canucks prospect, would you like me to read it out, or do you have?
No, you go ahead.
All right. So this is Adam Novotny, the newest Vancouver Canucks prospect profile. Adam Novotny earned a spot in our top 20 early, so this is on Elite Prospects, maintained it all year, often tempting us to push him into the top 10. In an alternate universe where he played in a different OHL system, it may have well played out this way. Peterborough Petes play a straightforward brand of hockey with limited space for creativity, especially in the neutral zone. Structured, they compete with every team in the league, but sometimes at the expense of their own players' scoring, development, and ability to show their ultimate upside. In some ways, that system suited Novotny well, reinforcing his advanced forechecking. Stay in the right lanes, apply pressure at the perfect angle, stay connected with teammates, and force the opposition into bad plays. Consistently turn steals into offense, intercepting passes and lifting the puck from unsuspecting opposing defensemen outright. Factor in a rather impressive secondary assist that saw him do fantastic work on the back check to strip a 6'7" Nathan Aspinall by winning positioning and applying pressure before recovering and sending a teammate into the offensive zone with a long outlet pass up the open wing. That's from a OHL scout Lauren Kelly in a December report. While his game lacks that mean power forward edge, the Czech winger continuously displays advanced contact skills, making pick plays, establishing body position on pucks, taking them out of scrums and directly to the middle. His strong skating only fueling his battling ability. Novotny constantly escapes pressure by chaining crossovers this season, running around defenders in the neutral zone when he lacks passing support, and taking pucks off the wall in the same way, becoming a solo chance creation machine. When he did receive outlets or was fortunate enough to stumble upon a 2-on-1 or a 3-on-2 off the rush, Novotny's playmaking skills resurfaced, dragging and deceiving remaining defenders with him and creating space for teammates. He delivers them scoring chances on a silver platter, flipping the usual Pete's script and opening up their offense. Despite the flashes of passing skills, however, we don't anticipate that this will be Novotny's calling card at the NHL level. It's significantly more likely that his booming shot becomes his defining characteristic. So apparently, he led the way with two. This is another report from January. So he led the way with 2 goals, the first coming off a great off-puck drive up the middle before he received the pass and beat the goaltender with a quick backhand in almost no space on the doorstep. And the second came on the power play where he ripped a shot through a screen after selling the pass, not even looking as he released the puck. He was a little bit snake bitten in the playoffs, but had multiple dangerous shots and passes, just couldn't seem to break through. And the Petes were bounced in the first round. His regular season performance, professional experience in Europe, high-end NHL tools, and mature play make him a top 6 NHL projection where he could easily become a complementary player who takes the right routes, drives possession, and capitalizes on teammates' more creative ideas. I like it. What's my knock always on Brock Besser? Doesn't drive the play.
Yeah.
A right winger that drives the play would be a dream.
Well, Novotny plays
team.
both sides too, right? So you can put him in a
Yep.
couple different places.
Absolutely, but predominantly the right side. He probably plays the left side a lot on the power play.
Yep.
So, after reading that advanced draft guide, I'm really happy that he dropped to us because we do need someone like that, and maybe Leckermacky gets traded now. I don't know. Curious.
Eric Hunter dropping 5 gifted memberships into the chat to celebrate the pick. E. Alexander, Ryan Ventura, James Willett, Scott Wood, and Dylan Johnson all getting free gift memberships courtesy of the real Eric Hunter. So thank you very much, Eric, for your gifted memberships to Dobby's college education. Dustin, live on the screen right now, somehow managed to also drop 20 gifted memberships into the chat. He was covered up, so I couldn't see it. Dustin Boydell, you beautiful bastard. Oh my God. Let's see. Kruggles, Frosty Pulse, Duolingo, Sharps, Juggalo King, Juliana, Nips, The Random Voice, The Deep Shallow, Clem Fan, Dang You Can Hear Me, Michael Yano, DNBL Fever, Steelers for Life, Darren and Vic, Jada. This is on Jada Jovenman, Jamie Reed, Patch Life, Lucas Wright, Dominic Reno, and Wakatamis, all getting free gifted memberships courtesy of this beautiful bastard that's on the screen with me right now, Dustin Boydell. So thank you very much, Dustin, for donating to Dobby's dental fund today. I appreciate that.
Well, when you have 38 people watching you for a draft, and we're at pick 26 now,
yeah,
you have to show your appreciation somehow, and that is my way of showing the appreciation to the best chat on YouTube. You guys are awesome. We wouldn't still be here without your guys' support. The reason we do this and the reason we're so passionate about it is because you guys are passionate about us. And so we appreciate you. And that's my way of just saying thank you for being here. Thank you for being Canucks fans. I can't wait to see how round 2 plays out. But I have an incredible passion for this game, and now an incredible passion to analyze it. And so much of that is because of you, Russ. So this is also to thank you. But, just everything now that we have talked about for the last 2 seasons is happening at the Vancouver level. And I'm just so excited moving forward. I hope everyone's as excited as we are. I really think that we're going to see some good moves from Ryan Johnson here soon after the draft is done. And you guys are the best. So thank you. And enjoy the rest of the draft. And we will obviously be back soon to talk about not only free agency, but hopefully some Canucks trades next Wednesday when we record our next podcast session.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, next Wednesday too. I will be actually live from the Rogers Forum too. I'll be hitting up their open practice I'll be doing there, so I'll be down there at 11 a.m. So hopefully we'll get to see Novotny and Caleb Malhotra joining in on that development camp. Maybe we get some announcements. We heard some of the coaching announcements might come early next week too, so you could see some of the NHL positions getting filled out, maybe the AHL position getting filled out. But I imagine Manny Malhotra will be the one running that development camp. So we'll have lots of stuff coming up for you guys on Wednesday when we chat. Dustin.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you very much, my dude.
Appreciate you, sir.
Thanks for hanging out. It's probably been like 2 hours now since you've gotten on screen with me, so I appreciate that. You're a boss, and tell your lovely family that I appreciate them borrowing you out to me for the night, and have fun with the puppy.
Of course, will do. And you say hello to Crystal. Give Dobby a little couple of squidges for me. And we'll chat with you very soon, sir. Enjoy the rest of your night. And I look forward to talking to you offline about some of our second round prospects as we go forward tomorrow.
Yep, sounds good, brother. Talk to you soon.
Absolutely.
Dustin Boydell, the Silver Fox, stopping by for a good long time here tonight. Might be the longest we've ever had Dustin online for. Just like that. So the Canucks have selected twice in the first round. They took Caleb Malhotra with their first pick, which was 3rd overall. Obviously, he is Manny Malhotra's son, a big boy, 6'2", 185 pounds, absolute beast in the playoffs last year. And then Novotny too, which the more I read about him, the more excited I am. I have his elite prospects page up here. We have him listed at 15, 14, 19. Craig Button had him at 26, 17, 14, 13, 17, 14, 13, 16, 16, 15, 15. So a lot of people had him pretty high up. He's 6'1", 205 pounds. So Adam Novotny falling to the Canucks, who seems like a guy who drives play. So I'm very happy with what's going on. I'm caught up. I like this Adam guy. Donnie Bluebone says, see you, Dusty. Muhammad 2028. Thank you, Russell, Dusty, and this awesome community. I really appreciate your time and support. Dusty hype. Yep. The real Eric Hunter. Rusty and Dusty, Rusty and Dusty, Rusty and Dusty. Oh my God, I need a tissue. Is that because you're crying or because of other reasons? Check. Yeah, he is check. 3:56 of the second period. His 7th goal of the season. Adam Novotny. Woo! Novotny is a Czechia dude. Loading up on checks. Sweet pick. Cascade Brain. Czech and Czechia are very different though. Safe pick. Sup, Swervin? Fuck me, I hope we get lucky later. Swervin's like hanging out. Malhotra and Novotny. Fuck safe. We need game breakers. Game breakers. Wow, that's what a great pick. What's up, coach? How's it going, Coach Rob Willie? Safe pick. He will get stronger. Rebuild is over. Let's plan the parade route. The rebuild is over. Let's plan the parade route. Hey, Coach Rob, says Fangirl. Think both of them will push each other. Hi, Fangirl. So I'm guessing when he scores, we're supposed to chant, no! Eric hype for the 5 gifted memberships. So thank you very much, Eric Hunter in the chat, in the rafters with 5 gifted memberships. Dustin with 20. The real Eric Hunter. BC Born is here. W. All right. So let's finish this poll question now, which was, did the Canucks make the right choice in drafting Caleb Malhotra? 63% of you saying yep. 18% are saying maybe. 17% are saying nope, and 2% uncontrollably laughing and crying. I also do want to bring up the fan funding because you guys got crazy tonight. Braden Cooch showed up with his monthly membership message. 17 months as a member. What's up? Jay Backup using his monthly membership message. 7 months as a member. Let's go, Caleb, Caleb, Caleb. And then $2.79 from Swervin Yrvin saying, let's go, Corrals. And then $13.99, Carson Corrals, Braden Coots. Another membership message, this time from Fangirl, 18 months as a member. Lottery balls clearly hate the Canucks or Vancouver, eh? And then another $13.99 times 2 from Mr. Braden Coots. Corrals. Tooth Fairy for Dubby. And then Muhammad, $5 dono. The Canucks' third overall pick is going to be a dependable player for years to come. Go Canucks, go. Go Canucks, go. Go Canucks, go. How many gifts do I need? Says Braden Coots. I donated a gifted membership. And then Prickfetti says, Vigo, woo! But Lane Bufflin did not announce. Monthly membership message from Mr. Eric Hunter. 9 months as a member. Yo, gang! Happy draft day. And then a $5 dono from the real Eric Hunter. There are still players available in the VIP area. Yep. Good or bad so far? Very good. With the monthly membership. 19 months as a member for Mr. Major. We're definitely going to have to update the badges because I think we're about to enter an area where I do not have badges. 5 gifted memberships for Major. And then he donates $5 to say, I don't feel like the Canucks are going to blunder. I don't feel that either. Connor Cahill with a $5 dono saying, I'm on board with Caleb. I'm not on board yet with Caleb yet. But if he proves me wrong, I'll forgive this shit show of a lottery we couldn't even win. Please, Manny, get this right. And then Bing Tang Warrior with a $5 dono. Okay, we didn't get Reed. For the love of God, get Emil Carletto. And it turns out that is a character from NHL. So he donated 10 gifted memberships after we were searching around trying to find him. So thank you very much for the dono and the 10 gifted. And then Eric Hunter with 5 gifted. And then Dustin Boydell finishing off with 20 gifted membership. Absolutely crazy. What generosity from chat tonight here for this draft. Yeah. Woot. Dustin, hi. Cheers to Paragraph Pro. Hi. Oh, Malhotra, PD Leckermacki. That might not be a bad line, Van Isle. Holy 20 membos is crazy, Dusty. The real Eric Hunter's like, Silver Fox. Ryan. And then Coach Rob Billy's like, go. And then Casket Brain has got the sunglasses on. Is everyone gifted? Bro, how did you not get one? And I still didn't get one. Yeah, Hachiko, what's up? You're in the James T. Kirk category now. No, Juliana. Silver Fox. Dusty, hi. Jesus, I didn't realize that many were here. You and me, Fox. Hola, Juliana. This is a great first round by RJ. Yep. Non-members greater than members anyways. Wow. Great first round by the donors too. Correct. Hey, Swervin. Dustin, hi. Speech, Dustin. Yeah, clapping for the speech. Rusty and Dusty. And then Canoris is like, number 1, Dusty. We all rule in here. Yeah, you guys are great. Daniel in the chat too. What's up, Daniel? Nice to see you. Dusty. Rusty and Dusty, hi. And then Bing Tang's like, Major Rusty and Dusty. Eric Hunter, hi. I like that Rusty and Dusty show. Thank you, Muhammad. We have a trade. Paragrapher Pro hype. Man, that pick has moved around. Look at this one. It started as Montreal, went to Vegas, went to New York, went to Carolina, went to Dallas, and came back to Montreal. 2 Kazakhstan players going back to back here. So a Swede, a right wing Swede. Oh, 6'8". Oh my God. Philadelphia just drafted a 6'8" defenseman who's 240 pounds. So how are we feeling about the draft, you beautiful humans? Good. Trade alert. Yeah, Montreal got their pick back. Cheers. Vegas traded down, eh? Yeah. Getting Novotny was a surprise. I had him higher. Oh, shoot. We actually just accidentally drafted Jerry Novotny. He sucks. Oh, no. I think the picks were good, but losing all the vets like Garland, Sherwood, etc., and blowing up the team for rebuild for Malhotra and Votny isn't ideal. I don't know. I think I really like it. Keep the team, get the top 3 with the last place, no rebuild, just top 3 picks and the same roster. Now get Gallagher. How I missed all 20 is tomfoolery. Yeah, I know, right? Rusty and Dusty hype, Dubby hype. Like and share and subscribe. Thank you, Callum. Click here to support Rusty and Dusty. 6 to 8. Perfect for Rick Talk Quit Hockey. Yeah. He is 6'8" and he is perfect for Talk Quit Hockey. Massive hits. Oh, okay. That was crazy, guys. That was lots of fun. We're not going to finish watching the rest of this draft. We have been live now for, oh my God, we've been live for almost 4 hours. We're not even through the first round. A big boy, 6'8". Holy cow. So now that the draft has happened, we are now going to start I'm going to start doing some recap videos from the Canucks season. So you're going to start seeing some of those. You're going to start seeing some of my videos about the rebuild as well. Because as I've shown you a couple times, I am working on breaking down the rebuilds for a lot of the NHL teams that have bottomed out in the last decade to see what they did and where they got to. So you're going to start seeing some of those as we move into the summer. And then on Wednesday, like I mentioned, I will be live at Rogers Forum. Wednesday, July 1st, it will be Canada Day. I will be there to watch the Canucks development camp. To be getting some content from there. If I can get some video from there, I will. And then who knows? Maybe we will get some interviews. We'll see. We'll see who shows up. Maybe I can pull some people. But I am going to be in Abbotsford on July 1st for the Canucks development camp. I will be in the stadium, so we'll see how that goes. And then as well on Wednesday, me and Dustin will be recording the next episode of the Nothing is Perfect podcast. So you can look forward to that. That is everything that's coming up tonight. Thank you very much for Dustin for showing up tonight and staying here with me for like 2.5 hours. Thank you to Swervin Yrvin and Gerald for joining us live from Rogers Arena from the Canucks watch party for the draft. Go over and check out Headspace Hockey. I believe they're going to be live at some point tonight. And then thank you as well to all the beautiful people. Major was in chat. Hunter was in chat. All the donos. Bing Tang Warrior donating. Jay Bockoff donating. So I appreciate you guys very much for your support of the channel and the donos. It is going to be busy. I have been reaching out to some people to come on for the podcast. So that will be happening every Wednesday moving through the summer. It is my baby shower tomorrow. So we are going to be doing the gender reveal of baby Holiday tomorrow. So once that happens, I will let you guys know what kind of baby we're having. Yeah. So that's everything that's coming up. You beautiful humans, you perfectionists, I appreciate you for being here with me. We wouldn't be able to do it without you. And until next time, remember, my name is Russell Holiday. This is Nothing is Perfect. And make sure that you make good choices.
Thank you for having me. Thank you to everyone who requested to hear my beautiful voice too. I appreciate that.
How you doing tonight?
Doing good.
Thank you very much for taking the time out of your very first hockey game to join the stream. Everyone was very excited to see you, and enjoy the rest of the game in the third period.
Yeah, thank you so much. Bye-bye, guys.
Trevor Beggs joining the show from Locked On Canucks. Thanks for joining me today, brother.
My pleasure, Russell. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing really good. I'm doing really good.
Hey, buddy. What an intro. Thanks, man.
Hey, no problem. It's nice to see you again. It's been a while.
Dude, absolutely. Yeah, those late nights, early mornings.
Yeah, weird
they were rough.
We are excited to welcome Dave Hall to the show. Welcome, my man.
Hey, thanks for having me today. I'm excited to be on.
Yeah. we're excited to welcome to the show Larry Fisher.
Thanks for having me, Russell. Looking forward to talking lots of hockey.